And she's riveted still. There she is. There she is. Welcome to Jimmy's.
You know, I really wish they'd let us play music up here. Make these long trips go by a lot faster.
It's against regulations.
Yeah, I never understood that.
They just don't want us having a dance party when a proximity alert goes off.
See, that's a dumb reason. Because we'd already be on our feet, ready for action.
Isn't that hot?
Extremely.
I compute. You compute. We all compute. We go together or not at all.
Don't be a fool.
Absent friends.
Hello and welcome to Shore Leave number 52. I'm so happy to be here today. I hope you're all doing very well this Friday. Just like any Shore Leave, I have some things to talk about, but the chat or if anyone wants to join me up here on this panel may redirect the conversation to any pop culture topic they'd like to talk about. And there's a lot of stuff to talk about, so we'll be doing pretty good here today. I'm going to start with the thumbnail that I chose today. I picked this particular thumbnail because I have a very specific memory. A specific memory of learning from Pop Culture Curator today. And about it, I learned about this thumbnail from, it's a still. First of all, let me say it's a still from Star Trek the Animated Series episode Once Upon a Planet, which of course, as you remember, was a sequel to Shore Leave. And, you know, I love and miss Pop Culture Curator very much. And since I want to keep his memory alive, instead of just telling you my memory of my friend, I decided to make a clip of us talking about it. Some of you may have seen this short already since I uploaded it this morning to my channel.
You'll notice a mistake in the reflection. Uhura does not have her identification badge.
Oh, that's true.
And there's no trees, and there's no insignia on her uniform, and oh well.
No, never noticed that.
Anyway, she's humming in this inaccurate reflection, by the way.
And a very, very high pitch, right?
And so there he is. There was Ron, Pop Culture Curator. We started our channels together, and if he were still with us, he'd be joining us for Twilight Zone. He'd be talking about Night Gallery on his channel. We'd be having so much fun. So sometimes I like to remember the fun that we did have when he was here. So I miss him, and I just wanted to share that today. And we both love Star Trek, and this is just it was a wonderful still from Filmation, even though it's a mistake. And Filmation made a lot of mistakes, like when Scotty would be transporting somebody on or off the planet. Whenever they did the close-up of him actually pulling the levers and everything, it would actually be a close-up of Kyle. And in the animated series, you knew it was Kyle because Kyle had a mustache. So even though these kinds of mistakes existed in the animated series, I really appreciated all the wonderful storytelling that happened during that series. I love almost all of the episodes. Even the bad episodes are kind of good for different reasons, for a variety of reasons. I could talk a bit about animated series for a while, but but I just wanted to share that in particular. Let's see who we have here today with us. Hey, Franco Walker's here. Hello, Franco. And DJ Play Nice showed up last night. Oh, these are chats from last night. So about 3 a.m. my time, these showed up. I don't know if DJ Play Nice is still awake, but there he is there. Jason Fox this morning waved. Hello, Jason. And the Buckethead, formerly known as Jeff Daniels, says, I got to go to work in 30, but just thought I'd drop in and leave a sub and a like. That's fantastic. Another subscriber today, and a very special one at that. I'm so grateful that you decided to join the channel. And I hope you enjoy the content. I always work very hard for all of the content that I create. I always prepare something. Shore Leaves, I prepare a little less, but we get to have so many different kinds of conversations. Snortopoopas, Cuber. Okay, hold on, Snortopoopas. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Do you know when Deej is having his party today? Also, I've got to say this.
Happy birthday!
And also this.
Except, of course, happy birthday. Surely the best of times.
Happy birthday, Snortopoopas, Cuber. I'm so glad you decided to spend part of your special day here on my channel. It's your birthday. I hope you have a really great one. And hey, we're also lucky enough to see Mad G today. Look at him. Swift -1. And hello to Jedi Master 2022. Hey, folks, he says. And here is the Jill Notes bot, ever ready with the links for my friends. Subscribe to Jedi Master 2022, classic sci-fi. And right now is the best time to subscribe to Jedi Master 2022, because on this coming Monday, myself and Jedi Master and whoever else he decides needs to be on this podcast are going to be talking about Lost in Space, the TV series. Speaking of Pop Culture Curator, I started talking about it with him, and we never got to finish it. And I think that Pop would love it if we finished talking about it. And so I want to finish it. He kept teasing me about the Great Vegetable Rebellion, so I've got to make it there for him. And I couldn't think of a better person to continue my Lost in Space journey than with Jedi Master 2022. He is a true fan, a mega fan. He's got all the coolest stuff, and not just and he's met cool people too, Lost in Space related, specifically Mark Goddard. I can't wait to learn from him. And yeah, that's what Shore Leaves about. Well, see, I have my review shows where I review Twilight Zone, and I review movies, TV shows, Star Trek, everything, and I do all my research and I try to share knowledge that I've learned. But also, I learn so much from the chat. I learn so much from my panelists, anybody who decides to join me. I have such a good time learning new things, figuring out how these stories are translated from the minds of people who want to share it onto the screen, onto the movie or the TV show that we're talking about. The magic of how that happens is always fun for me to learn about. And hello, hey, look at this. It's Bone, who says, hi, Jill. Happy Friday. I hope you're having a happy Friday. Yes, rest in peace, Pop. Yeah, absolutely. I wish I could call him up. I miss Pop Culture Curator. Thank you for sharing Ron talking. And every once in a while, even though it's tough, I want to share some of the memories that we had with our friends. And I've got more every once in a while, I might be able to share one. Greek Letters Larson says, "Hey, keep it quiet over there. We're trying to sneak peek under Ahura's miniskirt over here, and you ain't helping with all the noise you make." Wait a minute. Well, you know what? You won't be able to see too much because Ahura wears bloomers under her miniskirt. So there you go. Rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace. Oh gosh. And one of the last things, I had a interview with Chuck Huber on one of the last reviews we had on Star Trek Continues, and I was supposed to interview Chuck Huber, but Pop Culture Curator was there and he started to interview him, and I thought, you know what? Forget it. I'm just going to let him have fun. He knows what he's doing, and it was great. I want to welcome to the panel. You're not going to see yourself yet because I was in solo mode. Here you go. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Hey, Max. Max is the Tasmanian Devil today. He's going to be speaking in the Tasmanian Devil speak the entire time, so hopefully we're going to get those subtitles for you coming up soon.
Come to Tasmania, come to Tasmania, come to Tasmania.
All right.
Hi.
Wow, that sounds familiar.
That used to be a cartoon show.
That was the cartoon. Holy crap. They had a whole cartoon about Taz.
Yep.
Do you have a family or something?
Yep. You have family, and there were like all these. Yeah, I had a family down there, and then all these weirdos. You know.
That's wild.
Yes.
Words and pictures. I'm so glad you're here today. Hey, Franco, good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you too. And Franco wants to remind you guys, please subscribe, hit the bell, share, hit like, select live chat. My subscribers finally started moving up again, so we might be seeing 1,300 pretty soon.
Hooray!
Yeah, exactly. And so, anybody else show up? Let's see. Oh yeah, happy birthday to Snortapoopus Cuber.
Yes.
Did you say that yet?
I did over in Mrs.'s show.
Very good. Well, he's going to get happy birthdays all day today. How many candles in this cake, Snortapoopus? Oh, says Greek Letters Larson. You don't have to answer that if you do not want to. And he doesn't. He snuffles and digs paws into the dirt. Aw, shucks. Okay, so let's see. I'm just at this point when you hear the dead air, it's because I'm making sure I don't miss anybody in the chat. Gavin Blackburn is here. Hello, Gavin. And hey, even Wendy, Trauma Warrior. Now this is an amazing show. I'm very glad to see you. And OmnicastNet. Hi, OmnicastNet. Hope you're having a good Friday. Make sure you're on live chat because YouTube cuts off some of the chats on top chat, so you might miss somebody that way.
Yeah.
And Jedi Master, yeah.
You
have
Wendy Webb? Wendy Webb, Trauma Warrior? Oh, I see. You don't need Inigo Montoya.
Well,
she saved my father because he was prepared to die.
Well, today is a good day to die. Let's see. No, it's not. Let's not die. Not today.
You know, here's the thing about that. You know, is there ever a bad day to die if you're a Klingon? I mean,
well, if you're a Klingon, the bad day to die would be if it's not in a war setting, if you're just like sick or something. That's not.
Because I wish Scotty was here. I could play this joke off of him, but I'm just gonna play it anyway. Where are the Jewish Klingons? You know, it's like, brothers, today we will die in battle. We We will be in Stovall Court. It's like, Captain, do you think we could maybe reschedule to Tuesday? I mean, for me, this just is not a good day to die.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe. I'm sure there are a variety of Klingons that we didn't get to see.
Yeah.
There's that one episode where we get to see the nerdy Klingons.
Yeah, the scientists. But it's like, that's, yeah.
That's the rare thing. And welcome, Jedi Master 2022. How are you?
Jedi Master. He's the last Jedi Master.
Oh no. Gavin says, I don't exist. Help. No. Well, we're gonna get you some help pretty soon. I don't know how to get it to you though. Could you, Max? Could you please read this in your Captain Kirk?
Your underwear is too tight and very revealing.
Then wear your own.
Wear your own, Captain.
And that's Rand. Rand is responding to Kirk. That's hilarious. Gavin says, I do exist. Hallelujah. Oh, speaking of hallelujah. Max, when is your art show?
3 weeks.
In 3 weeks?
Yes.
Oh, 3 weeks from now. Okay, we didn't miss it. Good.
No. It's no, he did not. This week I put into operation all the I started putting all the physical stuff in operation. It's like I have a tent. I bought walls. I ordered the stuff I ordered the prints that I'm going to print, and it's like I am can't believe how much money I spent. Preparing.
Well, but it sounds like it's gonna be a good show though.
So
that's good. Gavin Blackburn says, for Warp, it was never a good day to be a parent. Maybe, Jill, we could review a good parenting episode, the good parenting episodes featuring Worf. It won't take very long. Oh, no, that would be funny. Okay, I will put that down as an idea.
You know what? I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt it. It's like, he never, in parenting, I think it would have been funny if he told Alexander, today is a good day to die. Like if you got pissed off at him.
Oh, right. That would be funny. I mean, he tried every once in a while, like taking him to the holodeck with the batleth and everything, but he just couldn't make it. He just couldn't understand that his son wanted to be different.
I was frothing last night at some of the subject matter when you guys were someone was comparing, loving the Matrix a little bit too much for me. Keanu Reeves irks me. Something about him. I just like with when I watched Matt LeBlanc play Major West in that Lost in Space movie. It's just it's like no. And then Keanu Reeves irks me when he played Jonathan Harker in the Dracula. Bram Stoker. Oh, he something about him. He just that drove when they were. I wouldn't even vote for Matrix for anything. I saw that movie and I fell asleep in it.
Even the first one.
Leap. The first one. Oh my god.
First one? No way.
I don't like Keanu Reeves. I'm sorry.
You know what? If you don't like Keanu Reeves, then you are going to forget about it.
I was a kid. I fell in love with Keanu.
I liked him in Bill and Ted. Believe it or not, those two funny movies. He was great, but then after seeing him and then seeing him do Neo, whatever his name in the Matrix, it's just like Matt LeBlanc being Joey, seeing him as Major West in a Lost in Space movie drove me totally insane.
Or if you're Miss Agent Smith, he's Mr. Anderson. I
am the Duke of Ted.
I I love Keanu Reeves. I think he's incredible. He's a fun actor, and I think somebody did describe him on. Well, you're mentioning the show last night, and I wanted to highlight that first. The Cinema Gulp channel had their 9-year anniversary, 900 subscribers celebration last night. It was almost 8 hours of an amazing broadcast of a battle between producers, and it was like a bracket. It was like a bracket show.
It was great.
Where everybody got to vote for their favorite movies between two different producers. Yeah, and of course it ended up being between The Matrix and Die Hard, and I love The Matrix, so of course I went for The Matrix because it means so much to me. It has all the I love Die Hard too, but The Matrix has so much more to me. It's such a much bigger world, is more different world than we live in currently.
I mean, I enjoyed the first Matrix. It was very well paced. I think the only thing I really enjoyed about the Matrix 2, the second movie, was the highway scene.
Yeah, that was cool. Well, like in the end, the third one, the only thing I care about is the Agent Smith battle, which the first one is all we need.
Yeah,
and I think it was best. I think it was best explained last night. Keanu Reeves is like a blank slate, and I agree with that. He's kind of like, when you watch a movie with him, you've got to pretend it's a video game, and usually in a video game, you want your main character to be a blank slate, so that whoever's playing that character feels like they can, insert themselves into that mindset, into that character.
Yeah,
and that works perfectly with him.
Yeah, I just don't think Keanu Reeves. I saw him in The Day the Earth Stood Still remake. That movie, I almost walked out of the cinema. That was the most painful experience I ever went through.
Was Kathy Bates in that one?
Yeah, she played the government. Yeah. It was just it just totally irked me. That was like someone walked up to me and kicked me in my 4-point.
Yeah, I mean, after
watching that movie. Oh
no, I mean, it's just sad. I agree.
That can't be remade.
If after that movie the real Klaatu came back and like killed everyone on Earth, I would. It's like, you know what? Look, I know you're gonna kill me. I just want to let you know I understand.
Well, wasn't the actual problem with The Day the Earth Stood Still, is from what I understand, the remake tried to be some kind of environmental thing when the original movie was something else?
Like a woke shit. It was bullshit. Oh, it made me so angry because the original Day the Earth Stood Still is a masterpiece.
Yeah,
and that will be reviewed on my channel. We'll be going over that one night too. That is like one of my favorite all-time movies, like When Worlds Collide.
Oh my god,
War of the Worlds.
I guess if you were introduced to Keanu Reeves from The Day the Earth Stood Still and the Lost in Space remake, I can understand why you don't like him.
Hollywood,
I think he's adorable.
If Hollywood was remaking, if Hollywood remade War of the Worlds now, they would probably like say, at the end of the movie, it's like, don't you understand? Don't you understand, dear? They're
trying to help you guys. They're cleansing the earth.
Don't you understand? Don't you understand, dear? The aliens weren't defeated. They were simply unvaccinated.
Yes, they didn't get the jab. They didn't take the jab.
Yeah.
Oh no. I just had a bad flash of Strange New Worlds doing a remake of Miri, but the problem was nobody got vaccinated. Okay, no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Kirk Unit. Kirk Unit. You will show me the ship.
Keanu Spock in Star Trek: The Motion Picture. What?
Bro, that's me.
Like his Jonathan Harker, Jill. Could you say that he was a good John? Yeah. And I mean, poor what's his name? Oh God. Van Helsing. What's his name? Oh, who played Van Helsing? And I'm having a brain fart. It's from the
he was
Bram Stoker's Dracula. He played Van Helsing. Oh my God.
he was good in Speed. You got to give him that.
I never seen Speed.
What?
I don't like Keanu Reeves movies. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
come
Speed was
on.
cool.
Dude,
very
you
cool.
got to give
Hey.
him you got to give him a chance. He's working with Jeff Daniels and Dennis Hopper. Come on. It's
like
Sandra
Dennis
Bullock's.
Hopper.
It's Sandra Bullock's breakout role.
Oh, this is great.
like-
Gavin Blackburn says, I watched The Day the Earth Stood Still remake at home, and I still walked out of the cinema. Franco says, I refuse to watch The Day the Earth Stood Still remake. I probably won't bother with that either. JetSparks 373 is here. Hey, hello. More political bullshit. Seriously? Can I not have that be in my entertainment, please? Right. Yeah, that would be a lot cool. Or be subtle about it like they used to be. I'm just trying to focus on writing, but
Anthony Hopkins. I'm
check
sorry.
out some of my writing streams.
Oh yeah.
Anthony Hopkins. Okay.
It was Anthony.
Who
He
did
played
Van
the Van
Helsing?
Helsing. He was like, you could see he carried that movie. Him and Gary Oldman literally put that movie on their backs. And if they had recast Winona Ryder, they cast two of one of the important roles with two she's good in the like Stranger Things now. Like she's made a comeback, I think.
Mhm.
But I did not like her in Dracula,
Yeah.
and it really bothered me. Keanu Reeves as Jonathan Harker. I could just
Right.
I see him in the suit. I'm thinking, excellent. For
Yeah.
that, I just can't do it.
Jedi. I'm gonna say this and get off my soapbox. I would recommend Speed. It's kind
check
of a
it out.
they made it was, and Jill you'll get this. It was made on a budget of less than $40 million.
That makes
I'll have to
sense. They
check
were
it out.
on the vehicle the entire time.
And yeah, I think you will be. I think it's an enjoyable experience. So
And I'm going to smoke a whole bunch of weed and watch The Matrix and try to watch it and see if that might help this time.
Yeah, maybe. And you'll have deja vu.
and if
would be great.
and if nothing else, you might have an understanding as to why America did fall in love with Sandra Bullock in the first place.
Well, I fell in love with Sandra Bullock from Demolition Man, and that outfit really. She looked really. I'm usually not a pig, like
Vigilant a fight.
but
Like that.
she was hot. I usually, because I'm married, but she was really looked great in that movie.
Vigilant a
was
fight
funny.
like that.
She was a little darling.
Watching Jackie Chan films.
Yeah, I just thought that movie was Demolition Man's great.
Yeah.
That's
Did you ever see?
fun movie.
Did you ever see PCU?
Oh, I love that movie.
Let me tell you something.
Wait, stop for a second.
Yeah.
Max, what's PCU?
Okay, PCU came out in the late 90s. It had David Spade and Jeremy Piven, and it was a satire on how woke and liberal the American college campus was becoming at the time. It was like it was like an idiocracy for the college campus liberal movement. Now, what it foretold was a time when anyone could get offended over anything at any time. And they're at the fictional Port Chester, Connecticut University, and this kid shows up, the one in the tie, and Jeremy Piven is like the Johnny Come Lately John Belushi, and
it's like an Animal House type vibe.
Yeah, and the Animal House is the pit, and they have racked up so many offenses that they're going to get thrown out. And David Spade is the Greg Marmalade. He is preppy. He is the screaming 80s preppy guy who's going to move into the new house that is kicking out. And there's a conspiracy between him and the the administration, and they drop the hammer on them, and they have to put together a concert to raise the money for the damages they've caused. And
George Clinton
and the Parliament
Funkadelics, P-Funk All-Stars.
Yeah,
that's a great movie, Jill. It's a lot of laughs.
So it is a cult classic, and it really is. And so what happened one night was
There's the George Clinton. Okay.
when I had cable and a VCR, I had taped PCU, and it was on HBO, and it was followed by Demolition Man. Two movies that were probably the most accurately prophetic of America's next generation. It was PCU pretty much accurately predicted the woke that on college campuses today. And then Demolition Man was pretty much the most accurate dystopian movie you could think of, because that's where we're going.
That's because it was inspired by Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. So that was a well done idea.
And you know what? It was actually a well produced movie. It was just it was not very well received at the time.
No, it wasn't. But I thought it was an amazing. I loved it.
Because
well made.
Yeah, I enjoyed watching it. But it's like it was a little bit over the top, and it was the 90s, and we did freaking love ourselves.
A little bit convoluted.
Yeah, so we couldn't see ourselves becoming this. And they did make the only restaurant that survived the restaurant wars, Taco Bell. So
well, how much more dystopian can you get than that?
And sex was reduced to wearing helmets.
Yeah,
that sex that was like
So gotta be safe.
Why we do it the old-fashioned way?
Old-fashioned way.
You mean fluid transfer?
What it leads to? Yeah, the munchies. Pregnancy, kids.
I'd like to take a moment to say hello, Kapla, to Grogu, and double Kapla to you, Jill. Thank you.
And especially where you see if you
I'm collecting the Baby Yodas. Here's the Padawan.
I mean, if you chart where Wesley Snipes' career went, I mean, this is some peak Wesley Snipes.
Oh, he was great.
Like here, Passenger 57, man. Wow. New Jack City.
I love that movie.
Nino, bro. That movie. Oh my Lord. Jill, have you ever seen New Jack City?
New Jack City. No.
It was starring and directed by Mario Van Peebles, Ice-T,
Cube.
Judd Nelson.
Cube wasn't in that.
No, it was Ice-T.
Oh, that's more Wesley
Judd Nelson,
Snipes. Okay.
Wesley Snipes as a crack kingpin in the Bronx. Chris Rock as Pookie the Crackhead.
Yeah, he was great in that movie.
He was, it was everyone played their role to perfection, and there was no happy ending. But
nope.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
See the guy in the see the guy in the black and white suit? That's Judd Nelson.
Yep. Wow.
And that Russell Wong on the left there.
Mm-hmm.
Intriguing that it doesn't have a happy ending. Thank you for. I'm interested in things like that, so I'll add that to
check it out, Joe.
And I forgot what the actor's name is, but the guy who played Zach, Zach Lamb in the future, he has a rather prominent supporting role. Idolater, you're an idolater.
Oh, okay.
Idolater, you'll reap what you sow.
Your place is in hell.
No. Idolater, your soul is required in hell.
Yeah, that's the line right there. I love that line. Man, we got to talk about that movie some night in detail.
I would love to. That's it.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Everything, even the cinematography, the intro and the outro, and it is
perfect.
Yeah, it is.
And Flavor Flav's in it. He's got
Yeah.
an appearance, and it's just
Yeah.
it was typical late '80s, perfect. I mean,
Yeah.
Right, the Reagan years.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to rob to get rich in the Reagan years. They're running a whole different program up now. That was great. Some of the dialogue.
The Padawannabe asks the important questions. Do you know how to use the
The 3 seashells? You know what? I think that was such a good question. They could, if they ever do a sequel, they could pretty much base the movie on that alone.
I don't know. I think it would ruin everything. The mystery is what's funny about it.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it is such a big thing.
It is. Snortopoopa says if you've eaten enough Taco Bell, you'll understand the reason for the seashells.
You've been fined 1 credit for the verbal morality code.
Hey, and look who's here. The working man. Hey, welcome.
What?
Squatty.
What's up, yo?
You are fined 1/2 credit for being late.
2 portions.
Well,
yeah, I knew a Force Awakens joke probably wouldn't. Sorry about that.
You want to really trigger me? Scotty wants to trigger me already. Stop.
No. It's just I like dropping my on-carb blat.
I'm glad to see you. How are you today, this Friday?
I am doing well. How are you guys?
Wonderful. I'd like to take this moment of diversion to also say Happy Arbor Day. I grabbed this clip that was uploaded. Here it is.
Okay.
Happy Arbor Day.
Wait, what's Arbor Day?
It's the holiday where you plant the trees.
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't get that either.
You knew what Arbor Day was, right?
I actually had to think a second. It's kind of confusing.
Nobody knows what Arbor Day is. No.
No?
I knew. I do not. What would you have said?
I would have said, you got wood.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that is better, isn't it?
It's classic. I love that show. Oh, that show is so funny. I like the Orville.
I love the Orville, and I love it because production does allow us to play clips that are longer than 8 seconds. That is, I'm so grateful for that kind of thing. And thank you to the Orville. And I hope we get a season 4. My hope is not diminished. They just got to find a place to shoot.
Well, if Star Trek, if Starfleet Academy can shoot somewhere in Hollywood, I'm sure
Toronto.
Seth MacFarlane.
Exactly.
I mean,
why don't they just go to Canada?
Hollywood.
Why doesn't Seth just go to Canada?
Or
That's
Georgia.
well done.
But also, don't forget when David Duchovny was filming The X-Files, the reason that he stopped doing The X-Files for that 1 season or 1.5 seasons was because he was like, I'm sick and tired of going to Canada. I'm not going to Vancouver anymore. And so, people don't, there may be tax breaks. There may be availability of studios. There's a thriving production industry in Canada, but for some reason, people don't like coming here. They say it's cold.
I would be so proud of you if you got to work on the Orville in, for the, what's it called? The people who work on the food. It's
Craft Services.
Craft Services. That's the fancy name. Thank you. Gavin Blackburn says, thank heavens he's here.
Well, thank you, Gavin.
The Bad
Oh,
Wannabe
geez.
says, I assumed the seashells were like knobs. I've seen they have videos about what they are for on YouTube. I'm sure people have a lot of theories about those seashells
That's a
because, of
question.
course, we were talking about the movies that were talked about last night on the Cinema Gulp channel, and that was one of them
So-
that came up.
So
I'm
Jill,
an anti-Matrix guy.
Yes.
if you like, I can share. It's this.
3/4 of the Stargate alien planets look like Canada. That's great. You should say that, Gavin. I have been thinking I need to start reviewing some Stargate, but I don't know how I'm going to do it yet. I think it might just be recorded videos of me just talking about Stargate. So we'll see. I'm not sure.
I can share a screen and show you some of my work. It's only 16 images.
As soon as I see it pop up, we will.
Oh, okay.
switch to
Got
that.
it.
I don't see it.
Here, there it is.
All right.
So,
Oh, Gorilla Kapla. Look,
Hey, Gorilla.
fireworks just for you, Gorilla.
like most of the stuff I printed new for the show is panoramas. They like this one I shot with the from left to right, and then put the fireworks shots in when I went back. But this is Glorieta Bay. It's just one over from San Diego Bay, and this is Coronado on the left side, and then those fireworks you see over on the left. Sorry, on the right side is Coronado, and the left side, those fireworks, those are over San Diego Bay, over downtown.
So right on the border of two cities. Very cool.
Yeah.
Or you just mash them together. Okay, yeah.
So, and this one is just. Normally, I would just stick this with the loose prints I'm going to sell, but
It's beautiful. What a shot.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. But hold on, Brogu
Yes.
says,
Looks like a Florida
so
sunset.
long, everyone. Enjoy your weekend, and always remember, this is the way.
This is the way.
Not until Gina Carano comes back.
I'm sure everybody's
There is
waiting.
no way.
This is the postcard.
Why didn't Scotty say anything?
Because I'm
Anyhow.
6 episodes and out. I
Okay.
love you, Brogu, and I wish you nothing but the best. Live long and prosper. I don't know what way.
So,
I don't know the way.
So yeah, this one and this one were just like lucky shots.
Oh, that's a beautiful shot.
Guy, they were taken within 5 minutes of each other.
Wow.
This guy just okay, Master Annie. Now this is
That's glorious.
this is my drone. This is where I start doing drone work. This is 26 images. Pasted. This 26 images pasted together, stitched together. So this is the north end of a reservoir. And then
I like the illusion that we can actually see the roots going under the ground.
yeah. I've same place, same thing, almost same place, almost same thing, except in the summer.
Brogu in the chat says, "I'm sorry, Scotty. I'll shut up. Never don't."
Don't shut up, Broku.
Don't shut up,
No, that would be the worst thing
This
in the
is-
world.
This is the one and only shot I printed that was like one shot, one image. This is this is Silver Strand State Beach.
Wait, what? Make
This
sure
is-
to set them off on this place so I don't have to come back. I don't understand.
I
But
don't
I'm glad
understand.
you're here, Gorilla.
And then this one is looking north, towards San Diego. But this one is like 3 images stitched together.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, I won. It's like I won an award with this one.
Oh wow! No, that's great. It reminds me of a song.
So this is. So this is Belmont Park. It's like it's an amusement park here in San Diego, and yeah,
This one reminds me of Inception.
yeah.
Really? I was thinking Speed Racer.
And here's the this is a similar shot that I took off to like in the actual. I dropped the drone into the actual roller coaster a little bit. Like what I did.
Okay.
What I did.
get you.
I won an award with this shot too. But the thing is, originally I edited it on my cell phone, and it was like barely enough to like print like a 6x6 image. But like this one, because I got new software, because it was originally like 26 images, I was able to do, I can do like a much, much larger image.
Oh, great. So you can reprint it bigger.
So yeah, I'm doing this 16 by 20.
And the Padawannabe agrees they should cast Gina Carano and then, the new Starship Troopers reboot. Are they actually doing
Why?
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 Well, as long as they kill off Dr. Lazarus, I'll be okay. I'll give it a chance.
There is an argument. There is an argument.
What I'm saying is rest in peace, Alan Rickman. No one can be Dr. Lazarus.
Starship Troopers, you're thinking Galaxy Quest.
Thinking Galaxy Quest. That's also something somebody wants to be
You're trying
that's also
to
something
replace.
they want to do a reboot. You know what? I was looking up my favorite sci-fi movies.
Why did you make?
Why are you trying to replace
wanna
Alan
remake Galaxy
Rickman?
Quest too.
Chill.
See,
I don't want anybody to replace Alan Rickman.
Sorry.
But Alan Rickman is not in Starship Troopers. Actually, the Starship Troopers is something that actually is going to happen. I'm so embarrassed.
So
I just want to two things. First things first is the Starship Troopers reboot. There is an argument to be made about the Starship Troopers reboot because it could be a little bit more adherent to the source material, and then take that. Your mileage may vary. And then when it comes to Galaxy Quest, the only way that I think that you can reboot or sequelize that, there is only one person who can play Dr. Lazarus or Dr. Lazarus's son, or the explanation as to how he is recast, and that man is Benedict Cumberbatch. I think he would be a good Dr. Lazarus.
All
right. Your mileage may vary.
But
you know what?
But you kind of are right about Starship Troopers. It's a perfect movie. I don't think they should reboot it, but they could do the mech suits that they didn't do. I guess power armor if you play Fallout.
It just in terms of, if it producing something that is better, more faithful to the original material. There's one example of that is Wolf of Wall Street. Wolf of Wall Street was made by Scorsese. It was a beautifully, beautifully shot film, but in terms of being faithful to the original material, there was a movie that was made in 2000 with Vin Diesel and Giovanni Ribisi, not Fast and Furious. It was called Boiler Room. And it had a cameo with Ben Affleck. And it is also an adaptation of Wolf of Wall Street. And it is conceptually more faithful to the book.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
And that's what the Padawannabe is saying about Starship Troopers, that the reboot will be much closer to the books, but who knows?
We'll see.
And I know, of course, the classic movie is not close to the books. It's a whole different parody kind of satire approach because of how the director wanted to portray it. So it would be interesting to see.
Question.
To see the book.
Are they gonna make it like a reboot from the beginning of Starship Troopers, like Johnny Rico?
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Why? This is the problem. Why you've done it? It's been done.
Because they have to pump everything out of the sewer.
But like we're in right now, with Sinners, we have an original movie. We have a widely celebrated film that isn't getting, like, it is getting it through word of mouth, and it is getting, the popular vote at the box office is sort of kicking butt. It's one of the lowest drop-offs in box office for at least this year, if not longer. And so there are still original movies that are being made and are being celebrated. No, but like when it comes to familiar IP, that is something that Hollywood execs are like, well,
I was convinced last night during Ben's show at Cinema Gulp to see Sinners. I just don't know when.
Yeah, you can't take the kids to that one.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not going to take the family. I'm not going to. But what I am going to do is I'm going to thank Casey's Creepy Creations, who just became a member to the channel. Thank you so much, Casey. I am so grateful. I have to spin the wheel for Casey. So
spin the wheel.
Okay, so because Casey's the new member, so we got to celebrate that. And we also have somebody in the back room. Welcome to Matt G. Matt G is here.
So,
hello.
What's up?
The sky.
Well, I'm getting a video for
my blood pressure.
Casey. Right, because let's see. Oh no. I hope that goes down.
I'm just kidding.
I see Tiger.
What is happening between us?
Okay. You coming on a little hot.
Now we have all the time in the world.
They're trying to say that the new stuff is more faithful to the book. Is that what they're spinning?
That's what they're trying to say.
That's right, Maggie. And that's exactly why they're making a new Starship Troopers, is to be more faithful to the book, apparently.
It seems they always use that line when they try to remake or redo something that's already been done, and their excuse, no, this is more faithful to the book. Like, basically, the other one's full of crap. We're going to be the real one. Like, no, you're not. Just how it makes something original.
And that's what Tiger Stripe says. It could only be closer because the film Starship Troopers was nothing like the book. And the books are terrific, but I love the movie too. Well, that's me editorializing. I like the movies.
So
there are some.
We'll see what they do.
There's some books you can't do a direct one-to-one transition to the screen. That's why it was nothing like the books, because you can't do them. It's too much information.
Well,
the Lord of the Rings has entered the chat.
Well, that's the thing. You cannot make a book exactly. It's always going to be an adaptation to film, and the film is always going to be different, even if you are faithful to the story in the book. But we'll see what happens with that.
Just like Jaws. Read the book and watch the movie. Jaws is more detailed and more in depth.
Let's see.
Eventually.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if there's any reboot.
I did see Starship Troopers when it came out, and then over 20 years later, I saw it again with riff tracks in the theater.
Oh, nice.
I watched it. The first time I watched Starship Troopers, I was mad, and then I watched it a second time, and I liked it better the second time. But
I was just a kid when I watched it first time.
Well, what year was it? 92 Starship Troopers. I keep forgetting.
Oh, 96, 97?
96. Yeah, I was.
Yeah, 90.
Yeah, 90. Oh my God, it was like, it's been that long, 29 years. Holy
97.
cow!
Yeah, man.
Going on that, yeah.
Oh.
So, this image was, if I may bring the conversation back, was taken with a panoramic camera. It has two cameras, one on either side. And I was trying to get a friend riding an e-bike around a circular park because he had a bunch of LED lights, and it didn't really pan out. However, as I was shooting it on 30-second exposure, a plane was coming to land, and you see that light on top.
That's glorious.
So Let's see what's next.
Do you remember the Little Prince? The Little Prince from outer space, and he lived on an asteroid. That's what these two images they remind me of, and that's a positive.
No, I've never seen The Little Prince.
The Little Prince from outer space.
And this is my beach, but up the street, and there was just a really nice sunset, so I got that. Again, this is the panoramic camera.
Yeah, it is really
And
cool.
So long story short, there's a bridge over the San Diego River by the ocean, and it has these really cool light poles. So what I did, my plan was to just fly at level through those light poles, and I did. But of course, I took some panoramic images, and I got this.
Again,
No.
these images are reminding me of songs. Like I'm hearing "Weapon of Choice" in my ear. Looking at this image,
Okay.
I love it.
Cool. Because I like this image. This is like one of those images. I'm like, I don't know if people are like it or not, but I'm gonna print it. So
It's a 50-50 shot. It's either
Yeah.
"Weapon of Choice" by Fatboy Slim or "I am entering the V'ger orifice."
yeah. Well, I can completely understand that.
Looks like an
I
eyeball.
like that one.
And then this is
Depends. A lot of these do.
This is a condo complex, and I had my drone up for like 3 minutes, and I was able to take this shot before one of the security guards said, "You can't fly a drone here." I'm like, "Okay, sorry."
Yeah, that's pretty rad.
Oh, you got to visit Vegas and do this.
Yeah. So this is
Oh man,
this is a hotel that is being. This is called the Gaylord.
would you call me Wonka?
Yeah,
I know. It was too easy. I'm sorry.
It's across the bay in Chula Vista. It's a huge convention
Yeah, so
center.
easy. I thought of it too.
This was taken. This was taken in October 2023, and then I went back a month ago and took this.
Oh wow.
That's cool.
Difference.
Yeah,
That's really neat.
Can you go back one?
yeah.
So this is what it looks like when you're walking to the engine room of the Event Horizon.
Kind of, yeah.
And then the next one, this is what it looks like if you're going to the good version. This is the one that passes through heaven to get to wherever it's going instead of the Event Horizon. So this is the happier one.
Or this is the illusion, and you think it's
Yeah.
going to be happy, and then
Funny-
and then it tricked you, and it goes the other one.
Funny story on this one is, so you know how if on digital cameras, sometimes when it sees black, when there's black, it doesn't always make black. It will put in spots of red, blue, and green. So here, when I'm like stretching out the image, to make the panorama, there were like literal specks of red, blue, and green, and there were thousands of them because this was shot at like 5 a.m. in the morning at night. So I had to go through, and I literally had to go. I have a picture somewhere that's showing like all like when I was like halfway done, all the little specks of red, blue, and green that I had to go through and correct.
One by one.
Yeah, but it's because I love this image
boy.
so much.
Well, there you go. If it was worth it. And I'd also like to welcome to the chat Sentai Ranger Donnie.
Sentai Ranger Donnie.
Good morning.
And then I think this is the last image.
Oh, hold on. Okay. He also says Merry Halfmas.
Oh, it is.
Oh yeah. So it is.
I hope everyone is well on day 2 of the NFL draft.
Let me know when the Cleveland Browns are winning.
So yeah, this is a This is a highway interchange, but it just has a lot of stuff going on. And yeah, I've shot here before. So I shot a lot of different, I went back, I shot a bunch of different panoramas, and some of them worked, some of them didn't. And I like this one the best.
These are all really awesome.
Yeah.
So I believe that is the last one. Yes.
Very cool. It looks like a pearl.
Yeah. You know, I like I said, I shot like 4. So basically what I do is I tell it to shoot a spherical panorama and keep the raw images. And so then it takes like, I don't know, it takes about 30, 40 seconds to shoot them and then about 10 seconds to process it. So I have to like just make sure that the drone can stay wherever it is for that. So
yeah, for the duration of how long it takes to get it.
Yep.
Makes sense.
So yeah, that's
so I gotta think Casey's Creepy Creations. Not only did he decide to become a member today, but he also sent a $10 super chat, thus supporting the channel.
What?
And keeping my daughter full of all the snacks that she
Dino
needs.
nuggets.
Yeah,
roll-ups and bourbon.
Maybe the fruit roll-ups.
Scotty.
The bourbon.
I don't have any
Casey.
children, by the way, so you don't have to call any police.
Mr. R37, it says here that you are accused of giving a child Kentucky bourbon.
You want me to drink
So-
you?
Actually, Judge, it was single malt scotch.
Casey says for a $10 super chat, they remake films today because Hollywood is super lazy. And really, these pictures.
Booyah.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's impressed.
So
This is true. They're afraid of making risks. They don't want to risk making something new. And I know Sinners is like an exception, but then look at how it was made and versus what's going on everywhere else.
You gotta take risk. I mean, I won't say how much I'm spending to print these pictures, but you know, I'm kind of going out on a limb here. So
yeah, but you're winning awards.
Yeah,
and if you're going to a gallery, that's going to be great.
Well, I mean, it's an art fair, but anyway, it's like I know I have to put myself out there to, know what to see. But it was like initially I had a plan to print them larger, but it's like I was going to spend like as much as a car, a cheap car. But anyway, it's like okay. Let's make them a little bit smaller. And yeah, it was interesting. It was like I'm really having to grow the businessman part to complement my artist. So
that's right. Yeah, you could sell reprints.
Yeah.
Well, and also as we've discussed many times, is sometimes the financial restrictions enhance art. Like sometimes having a barrier when the sky's the limit when it comes to cash, it's not necessarily a good thing. Sometimes you need those barriers to be able to say, okay, how can I be creative about it? And absolutely, especially with your own work and your own eye, and you want to see it on like, I don't want to say a billboard, but like a wall size image, and you're like, so that you can really take in the definition and the because it does play with geography and it plays with the perception of what is normal, and it artistically transmutes that, and you want to be able to be enveloped by the image. But sometimes like getting in closer, like the curiosity, being drawn into a work is sometimes just as moving as being overwhelmed by it.
Yeah, and because I originally had, those were 16 images. Originally I had 18 images, and I'm like, and like there were two images that I had, like one was of Las Vegas boulevards. That it had.
You did have a Vegas.
Yeah, that was the one with the buses, of all colors. And then there was, did I ever show you the Wrigley Field bleachers one?
I don't know, because I don't know what
Here, let me
what I'm looking at when I'm looking at
let me bring it up.
But this is the video for Casey. That one too.
You're a beauty.
I
reach you.
Scotty. Okay, here, let's
Where am I supposed to get it? Feed me, Seymour. Feed me all night long.
So this is an image that I love. It is a panorama. It is 20. It's about 23 images stitched together. And what I did is I took this, I had a 400 millimeter lens. Like this thing is was 10 pounds and like 2 feet long. And I was sitting on the third base line of Wrigley Field, and this is the right field bleachers. And
nice.
Just you look into it, and let me come on.
Hagel, hello.
Wes
Wes
Hagel.
Hagel. He says thanks to Casey's Creepy Creations for the super chat
And
supporting the channel.
You see, basically, you just see like a cross section of all the bleacher folk, and which is cool. And you have the guys like down here. You have the guys who are ready to get like snag the home run baskets, and you have people just drinking and talking. And I'm going to find my favorite part here.
Where's Waldo?
Yeah, I found him.
Yeah. No, not this guy. Not this guy.
No, it's the guy. Yeah, right. It's fun. It's fun.
Oh, wait. Zoom out a little.
Is that Princess Diana? Adams?
Wait.
No.
I just saw him.
I know.
There we go.
Dying.
Got him.
She's very deceased. Yeah.
So I was on Dadman's channel.
The guy
I was on
looking at you?
I was on Dadman's channel, and right before I was proofing this image, I found these two guys. These two guys in the image that were looking like right at me.
Well, the guy with the binoculars is definitely checking you out like you're a sniper.
Yeah. So yeah. But this was, I mean, as much as I loved this image, it was going to be like $320 to print. And it's, I don't know. I had to make some I needed to make choices to like bring the cost down. So this in the Las Vegas, but anyway, it's like you gotta make choices.
Cool, yeah.
And I actually have a print in this. I actually have a print of this. So already it's in 2 pieces though.
Oh, Franco Walker says have a good stream, everyone. I guess that means Franco Walker is going to be he's gotta go now. Okay, thank you, Franco Walker.
See you, Franco.
Here. Yeah, and we enjoyed having you here in the chat with us, reminding us to subscribe and hit the like and select live chat. I don't know. I always forget to say all those things any day you're not here.
Like, share, subscribe. But yeah, so this is
everyone, and much love to you all.
So yeah, this is so I made some choices to anyway, I made some. I trimmed the lineup a little. So
that would be. You know what? That'd be an interesting print to put into a triptych.
Possibly. I mean, I printed it as a diptych.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So
again, what did you call me, Wonka?
Yeah. Hey.
No, I am a
Tear loves Tiva. Repeat. Tear loves Tiva. Repeat.
Hells yes.
That was for Franco.
Oh.
Thanks, Franco.
What is that from?
Fantastic Planet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to share the trailer, but it gets copyright claimed, but it's a wonderful movie. You should check it out.
Yeah. So, I think I
Humans
have like
have to become pets to aliens.
oh, very Twilight Zone.
Very, very Twilight Zone, yes.
So like I have in addition to that, I prepped like 50 or 60 images of fireworks and sunsets, and just put out my best ones. I don't know if I'm going to print them for the show because it could be another $500 or $600. Or if I should maybe just make a little book of them and say, hey, if you want to order these.
Oh, a book.
So
that's a good idea.
I don't know. I'm hopefully today I'm gonna go over to the printer and see the proofs for the
a book or a pamphlet or something.
Something like that.
Catalog.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably a good idea no matter what for all your works. If you want to order this, especially if you have a financial stake, you've already put a lot of money into it. Then
and I have my let's see.
Yeah, this is an investment.
Wait, okay, so I have my credit card terminal now, so I can take credit cards.
Oh, nice.
So it's like, oh my God, getting this thing, just this thing, is such a pain in the ass. That's the only swear word. That's the only swear word I will use here today. But it's such a pain because they ask you all these questions, and then along comes there's like all these companies. Like one does the payment processing, one does the payment processing, and then one does. It's like if you really want to show that you're a legitimate business, you will fill out this 70 thing questionnaire, 70 item questionnaire. I'm like, dude, I just want to take people's money easily.
Yes.
So
maybe they just want to make sure only people who are literate are getting.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
That's a fun barrier.
I can understand. They're asking me, describe in detail how you are handled. It's like, well, I am selling merchandise. I'm selling merchandise to people directly or as a vendor at certain locations.
Or maybe they're trying to make sure that drug dealers aren't using.
Yeah, no, I totally get it because there's so much credit card fraud. So I just said, hey, and I am connected over it is connected to my phone, which is an Android device, and that is connected to this cell phone network or only trusted Wi-Fi networks. Well,
and the thing, while I understand, and Jill, yes, absolutely, there has to be a certain level of liability protection from the intermediary between the customer and the vendor by the people providing the service of how to transfer that money. There absolutely is. Do not do fraud. They want that. But I think that the questionnaire regarding the organization of your business is probably more to do with, so how are you going to deal with taxes?
Yeah.
That's the thing, because navigating taxes is more than 70 item questionnaires.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
that's-
I am in California, the state that hates the small business person.
Yeah, they invented
Yeah.
taxes in California, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Are you saying kids can't have lemonade stands?
That's right.
You know what? Here's the thing. It's like if you try and start a business like from the ground up, there are 107,000 things that they can do. Like not literally 107,000 things, but there are just an ungodly amount of things that that the government
regulations.
Yeah, exactly. And they're all ridiculous. It's like you could get. I heard of a car company that does resto mods. They like bring back old cars, but they put more modern technology in them. And these are high ticket items. And this guy has a shop in California, and he got all the approvals, and bada boom, bada bing. And then all of a sudden, some city inspector comes by and says, "You can't do this here. You don't have a shop. Your shop isn't up to code for automotive use."
That's awful. It
You know,
seems,
it
seems like a really great idea.
And we have.
I
and
want to
we
say
have-
good morning.
Oh,
Good
go ahead.
morning to Daniel's Hot Topics.
Daniel.
Just wanted to say
Good
hi. So
morning.
he knew
Hey, Daniel.
that
And
we knew.
we have just to go on a slight rant for a second. We have something called the California Coastal Commission, and they're basically an administrative board in the executive branch of government. However, they have their own judicial power. They have their own judicial powers, and they have their own legislative powers. So they can make their own rules and enforce their own judgments. Like there was a story of a couple who had a property, and they said you have to have a fence on it. Oh yeah, and we're fining you $4 million, not only for the fines but retroactively. Things like that.
That's
like,
crazy. It's your own property,
and
unless you're stupid enough to join a homeowners association, you should be able to do what
it's-
you want
it's,
in it within reason.
The environmental laws in California were formed in the crucible of the smoggy 70s. The problem is they are still the conceptual competency is still of that in the smoggy 70s, and we have come so damn far. So, and these people and the people in the places of power just don't want to change because they.
Well, and then they wonder why people are trying to leave California in droves.
Yeah, and to just go off on one little aside here, it's like they put $24 billion into the homelessness problem in California. I mean, in LA, and nothing happened. Why? Because they turned a problem into an industry, and an industry is a business that needs to be self-sustaining. So, and that's happened to other places. So,
But you get on my nerves, and I don't like your hat.
Sorry, Mr. Bell.
Yeah, we are leaning a bit into politics, which is
So I will stop. I will stop there.
That is we can do that on our membership streams.
Yeah.
But I like to keep it.
Yes, thank
popcorn
you.
here.
Thank you for letting me go a bit far astream, and I will stop there.
And that's okay. That's okay. But that did remind me of that episode. And I also need to play earlier in the chat. Donnie said Happy Arbor Day. So I've got to play this again. If
Again?
Yeah.
Happy Arbor Day.
Wait, what's Arbor Day?
Arbor Day? It's the holiday where you plant the trees.
Oh, yeah,
I didn't get that either. You knew what Arbor Day was,
Actually, I had it kind of confusing.
Nobody knows what Arbor Day is.
No,
No?
I knew.
we do not.
What would you have said?
I would have said, you got wood.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that is better, isn't it?
You know, just as an you could also for Arbor Day remember the TNG episode Crystal Avatar. It's like you could show like that scene where it's like just raking in the trees.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good
Just
idea.
a suggestion for next year.
For next year. All right. We'll do that next year if
Okay.
I remember. Hopefully, I do.
Vacuuming
this is the thing.
vacuuming up Riker's girlfriend.
I gotta watch that episode again. I really have to watch the Crystalline Entity episode again.
Yeah.
The crystalline entity. Yeah,
Oh,
right.
What?
Yeah. Well, is that the one where lore?
Well, it's
not lore. It's
there's data. There's data lore, and then there's the Crystal Avatar.
Yeah.
So
and the thing is, and the reason that I love that episode so much is that it's just so like the mother of a deceased child falls in love with Data because Data can mimic his responses, kind of like an
Rennie?
AI chatbot.
Oh, it's
Rennie?
called Silicon Avatar.
Silicon
sorry,
Avatar, yeah.
sorry. Thank you.
No, dude, Max. Okay, so we were talking about Twilight Zone on Wednesday, and it ended up that Kevin Uxbridge from The Survivors,
Mhm.
I killed all the Hoosnock
Oh,
everywhere.
the Hoosnock.
And guess what I did? So I was like, I remembered that Kevin Uxbridge was a Dowd, and I was like, I killed all the Dowd everywhere. I messed up. I shat the bed on
Oh
my
my
Star Trek
God.
knowledge just because I didn't know the difference between the two alien species. And I've given people guff from here until the cows come home for missing one little detail, and then I did it myself, and I was ashamed.
Well,
I mixed up my two of my favorite sci-fi movies today.
Yeah,
so
that's
there we
true.
go.
There's
And
no greater advocate than the reformed addict.
Well, I haven't reformed yet, but I'm just saying I learned a little bit of humility and forgiveness that day, and I was grateful when other people said, "Yeah, that's fine."
Yeah.
Yeah, it is fine.
No, I like to be correct about, things like nomenclature and such.
Sure. Me too. Well, and again, like I go beating my war drums saying it's like, I'm an expert. I know what I'm talking about. And then I know specific people who will sit there and say, yeah, you're an expert. You didn't even know the difference between the Dowd and the Hoosnock. And it's like, fuck, you're right.
Nobody said that though. Nobody said that. This critic exists only in your mind, but I want to welcome somebody who does exist in real life, and that is Tiger Stripes. Hello,
Tiger Stripes.
Yes, and while we want to be correct, we don't want to be pedantic. So
I like pedantry.
Let's be kind to each other. Is the thing. You can correct somebody without making a big foo-fa about it and waving a flag and I'm correcting you. And what's more, I don't mind being corrected because I want to learn things. I want to know. Yeah.
Well, you're incorrect.
There was a creature. There was a creature who attacked the planet. His name was Scotty.
Yeah.
No, you don't understand. I got it wrong. I didn't kill Scotty. I killed the Hoosnock. Oh, the Hoosnock.
Curse my metal body.
I'm glad you're here, Tiger Stripes, because I wanted to talk about the one company tricorder that you sent me today. I learned about this thing last year or the year before last year from Mark D with the C, because he loves this kind of stuff, and he bought the other wand company communicator. And of course,
I had no idea this was a thing, or that this was a company, or that they had also made a phaser and a communicator. And this thing does so many things that makes me wonder if the phaser actually shoots lasers.
I think
This thing
I
is
think it's
insane.
I think it's
insane
more
what
of
it
a
does.
it's more of a universal remote.
Oh, that is super cool.
Yeah. But we could look at the phaser in a minute. But this tricorder is so perfect.
The tricorder.
Looks like so much
So
fun.
beautiful.
Does it play the video? I forgot. I saw something with Adam Savage. Adam Savage, the guy from Myth.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if I can play that. Oh, let's see. Is my sound on?
Place where no man has gone before.
Oh, they've seen the title. They've seen the thumbnail.
That's right. They know what we're getting.
This is
Okay, so obviously I don't want to
Warner
play the whole
Brothers
Yeah,
is
just
after
play,
you
just play
again.
a couple of, play about a minute at a time, or 90 seconds, and I think you should be okay.
Oh, and there's the box.
Oh, and let's talk about this passion, man. This is beautiful. USS Enterprise standard issue tricorder with black spot varnish and gray across this.
They're saying
Oh,
that
wow.
the other boxes for the phaser and the communicator were in the same style, so they've been very uniform across all of the designs.
Yeah, and look at this manual. That's good manual.
Incredible.
Okay, so
Let me
let's
see if
get
I can
to-
find it. I was looking into it. You have to sign up to be able to buy it.
That's right.
To be
That's
a
right. You can
prospective
sign
buyer,
up.
you have to fill out. You want to talk about filling out a form? You have to fill out a form, although you do not have to answer 70 questions. But
No, but
you
but
can't
then
just
you're
go
on
by.
You're
You
on a
have to be
waiting list.
You have to be on a list. I don't
And
think it's
it's
a wait
first
list.
come-
I think they're probably just coming up with 200 people, because I think that's usually the minimum for manufacturing.
Well, I think
And-
it's a wait list because it's first come, first serve. Whoever registered first is gonna get
Ooh.
the opportunity to buy
Wow.
it first and be sent a link to buy it.
Oh, I have to look into that then, sooner than later.
where all the
right,
regulatory
right.
information. They hide it. in the
So that
bottom.
it's not part of your prop
So you
experience. It's not like
never
you see it back
Yeah.
there.
Like everything aside from the USB-C plug, which they didn't have back in 1966.
Fair.
Like, this is basically
You
the-
could
the
just bring it
prop.
onto a set.
Yeah. And we since Chris came here,
Yeah, it's a film set quality, definitely.
Well, and the Wand Company does.
They haven't even opened it yet.
What does
does-
so much more than that, though.
Yeah.
It's just, there's a complete log archive.
Well, and
233 ship's logs from the Enterprise captain and crew.
And even
Well, that's what
the
I'm
little-
saying. They haven't even opened it.
Yeah.
Like the little discs. I knew that from technical manuals and things that there were sphere or cylindrical discs that go in the tricorder, and they're removable and they play media, and it's
Yes.
like this is so
That's
amazing.
why I'm excited about it. I don't know. Is it possible to create your own discs, and also are they programmable? Even if they're not, there's over 200 of them to play.
You
with.
can record your own personal logs. I don't think there's any visual. I don't think there's any video.
It's still really great.
Yeah.
Oh, squee.
So Moray,
Squee with a capital S.
It's a different Moray pattern than
They were really interested in the Moray as a sort of futuristic display.
the blog post I read about the Moray. It turns out there was an Edmund Scientific catalog that had like a Moray pattern, and Star Trek fans have figured out which two circles to cut out of that pattern that then you overlay to get the difference between the tricorder Moray or the communicator Moray.
Oh,
Right.
that's fun. That is great information. Also,
Although I have
information-
always personally pronounced that Moir, for whatever that's
Oh.
worth. Yes.
No, it's
But also-
well, I think it's Moray.
Oh no, I just looked it up on Dicker.com. It's
Really?
Moir. Well, it depends on whether you
That's-
pronounce the accent
Well-
or not. The Moire would be the French pronunciation.
Tiger, I gotta say that's a dicker move on your part.
Yeah.
Also great is that Canadian Spider-Man is here. It's a beauty day.
CSM.
A Spidey.
Steve Arito.
It was so great hanging out with you.
Hello.
last
I'm
night.
so sorry I didn't jump in. I had a day yesterday and I was so tired. I wanted to so much. And then I saw you only went an hour this morning. I'm like, no, I could have been there.
Yeah, you could have, but you were tired,
woulda,
so that's
shoulda.
okay. But it was all right because Amsterdam was always going to be a short stream because he only had a few pictures.
It's wonderful to talk about and listen about and see all the photos.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
Yeah, learning about the red light district.
Oh my
it's
God,
a little spicy.
That was more than I know. That's more than spicy. It's more than I expected. I didn't realize that about the sex district.
Yeah.
I did not.
Well, yeah.
realize
Watch
that.
out for the pink buildings. Apparently.
It was like that in Germany back in the day.
I knew that they
Called them sex houses.
I knew that they, had shows. I did not realize they were actually having sex, which is, like something out of that horrible science fiction film from the 80s. I think the 80s.
Which horrible science fiction film from the 80s?
I don't want to go. I don't want to go there. I haven't actually seen it because I
Was
live
it
in
Earth
dread
Girls or
of
Easy? I
seeing-
still haven't seen it.
No. It's something kind of more indie and where people
Flash Gordon?
Not everybody is capable of having sex in this particular future. I think it's post-apocalyptic.
Oh,
And so
Flesh
people-
Cafe.
And I think that's it, probably, yeah. But anyway, that's what it sounds like. You're actually watching people having sex. I'm like, no, thank you. But I didn't realize that. I thought it was just something more kind of
that's what I
vaudevillian,
realized.
like people shooting ping pong balls from particular orifices or something. But
Yeah,
no.
Winona Ryder?
That's what I learned last night, Tiger. Have you
How
been
dare
to
you? Don't you bring up Winona Ryder in this context?
No, it's from the South Park
stop.
movie.
Stop. I don't
Huh.
care. You can stop.
Oh, then it's a parody, so it's not real.
Hey everybody,
Oh,
it's
but-
time for me to do my
Stop.
world famous
Stop.
ping pong ball
No.
trick.
Stop.
Get
What
out of
part
here.
of stop do you not understand?
You opened the door.
I did
merely
not.
stopped
No,
it.
you're.
Saddle up. Lock and load.
Load.
Anyway,
No,
Amsterdam.
I'm okay with
Amsterdam.
parodies. Oh, that's the man I've been waiting for. Happy birthday! Oh,
Deej.
Deej Odyssey. Hey, I only shot a ping pong ball out of my ear once. Oh,
I can
yeah.
almost believe that.
Of course, I've had it in the ear before.
Okay, so I played these for Snortopoopus. I gotta play them for you too.
Happy birthday!
Is it Deej's
And
birthday?
And Snortopoopus.
Yesterday.
Oh, and
Um,
Snorty. Oh, happy birthday.
And Snorty today. So also happy birthday. I gotta play this one
Except
too.
of course, happy birthday. Surely the best of times.
I need to know, Deej Odyssey, what time is your party today? So tell me that
Yeah.
in the chat. What time?
That's
I'll be waiting to find out when your party is today because he's gonna have a live stream for Snortopoopus and himself, and I'm excited to see that. I love how the TOS tricorder got enhanced and augmented, says Sentai Ranger Donnie. After 7 p.m. Central. Perfect. Thank you. That's important information I needed to know. And everybody, make sure that you are subscribed over at Deej's channel. This is going to be a monumentally, stellarly awesome party that you don't want to miss. I don't want to miss it anyway.
No, I
There
get
it is.
that damn. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So where were we? I think we were talking about this tricorder.
We were talking about
We were
Winona
speaking
Ryder.
about the tricorder. Stop
Got
it.
it.
No.
Stop it, or I'm just gonna go. Okay, I'll just go.
I'll go. I gotta
Well,
go.
it was-
You don't have to
it
go.
was-
Nobody has to go. Just stop.
No, but Tiger Stripes, it was just a parody. You don't have to be afraid of parodies.
I'm not afraid of parodies. I just don't want to have to hear about them all freaking live stream.
Okay.
Scotty,
Right.
you've beaten it. The horse is dead. You've beaten it. It was buried. And now you are simply exhuming it and beating it more. Please stop. We love you.
Well, he did. He stopped. He's not even listening. He's not even here. Look, it's tricorder.
Hold it back.
Okay. Oh wow. So you can walk through all of these planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth.
And I think it's just an
Oh,
graphic with
information about each one.
Yeah. So you can navigate.
Cool.
Right. I'm not sure why some are green or some are red. Maybe they're moons. But okay. All right.
There's Saturn. Okay. So then I pull this back out.
Yep. And let's put a different disc in. Oh yeah,
Let's
there's
put
slot
a
in there.
different disc in, and we'll try. What is
I
this
have
one?
to.
I like the orange. Orientation.
Ooh,
Here we go.
I shouldn't play too much of this. Okay, we have to stop for a minute
Yeah,
for copyright
yeah,
reasons.
we
But
have
oh
to
my
stop.
god, every time they press the button, it makes the sound, Tiger. Oh god, that's so amazing.
Yeah, it's a lovely thing.
I
It
bet
is.
it's pricey.
Yeah.
River
Yeah,
has it
is.
the
But,
tricorder
you know,
shoot ping pong balls.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
There
Sorry,
will be no end
Tiger.
to this, so I'm afraid I have to go. But you know,
No.
love
Oh,
you,
I'm
love
sorry.
everyone
It was
here.
just
No, it's
funny.
all right. I'm having a day. I'll tell you about it someday, but not at
Yeah.
this moment.
I-
Oh, I
I-
hope it gets
daytime.
better for you, Tiger.
I'm sorry,
It's all right,
Tiger.
yeah. See you
Tiger
later.
Stripes.
Bye-bye.
I hope your day gets better. Bye.
I just thought it was funny. I'm so sorry I read that chat. I didn't
Was
want
it just
to
a
get
joke? You're just being.
You know
Yeah.
what? We don't
Oh,
know.
don't- let's
She
not-
might
let's not
be
make
having.
comments
She
on
might be
that.
having. She said she's having a bad day.
Yeah,
know.
you never know what's going on in people's lives.
You know.
I don't bring my stuff. When I come on here, it's to get away from my shit. I don't bring it with me.
Hey,
Well-
everyone's different.
She's entitled
No.
to feel the way she
Oh
feels.
yeah, to each his own. Yeah, I know. I'm not. No, I'm just saying. Scotty had no
I'm
malice.
sorry. I'm sorry. I read that. I hope your day gets better, Tiger Stripes. I hope the news. I hope things get better. Whatever's going wrong, I hope it is righted soon. And yes, happy Harbor Day. I played the video for you already, Centurion Giordani. I'm not playing it again.
Oh yes, Happy Arbor Day.
Yeah,
That should be a
happy
national
Arbor Day.
holiday.
It is. Well, not really.
day
No,
off.
nobody gets a day off. Nobody gets a day off. Don't. Okay. Well, in any case, let's not talk about that. Oh wow, let's not talk about who hates who. Greek letters Larson, but let's say hi to Watcher X. I still want to look at these planets.
Okay.
So it goes right back to.
Well, this one now is a compass, or we're in like the app mode, right?
Yeah,
We've
yeah,
launched the
yeah.
app,
Oh, that's really
the
cool.
orientation app, and they've put sensors in this thing.
Did they really?
Yeah.
You mean
What kind of sensors do you think?
so that it actually?
That's a real magnometer.
No way!
And you have to calibrate it. So you do the drone dance where you gotta spin it around a couple different times.
Oh wow, they put sensors. Let's see what kind of sensors. We can just look at a list of sensors that it on the One Company website, right? Because this all should be there. Hello, nim 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 nim. Great to see you. I'm trying to see what kind of sensors this thing has. Multiple ambient and atmospheric sensors. I guess you have to look at the manual. Recorder manual. Here it is. Oh, I hear the siren.
Oh, hold on. Mute.
Oh, here's how you set the time and date. Wow.
How much are they selling these things for?
$350 retail price.
Wow, that's an expensive toy.
It's a pretty toy.
Yeah, it is nice.
It's the kind that I would want.
It would look good in my collection.
Although
How much is it?
if I get, it's $350.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Welcome back, Scotty.
I want it. I want it, but
Alright.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get it.
Well,
Maybe
write it
Mother
down.
should get. But anyway,
Well-
setting your passcode. You set a passcode
Wow.
for this to prevent unauthorized access. Oh my gosh.
I do have a familiarity with wait lists, and
Oh, right. It hasn't worked out for you too well.
Hasn't worked out. The Wand Company did a pardon me. Sorry. Had reproductions of Sonic Screwdrivers, and I always wanted a 10th Doctor, in 9th and 10th Sonic Screwdriver, and the only reason is because it is a universal remote control, and I always like the idea of having a Sonic Screwdriver, and I can go into any sports bar and just turn off TVs. Or
I
change
want I want the 4th Doctor's.
Oh, nice.
4th Doctor's one. I want that one. That's my preferred Sonic.
That's your wow, okay.
Everybody loves Tom Baker.
That's true. That's true. Anytime I mention that I'm trying to watch Doctor Who for the first time, they're like, Tom Baker.
Yep.
Greek
Not
Letters
bad.
Larson says, stop playing with the transporter. You're gonna break it, and Jill doesn't have a warranty for that. Well, I do have Scotty, so I think we'll be okay.
Aye, Captain.
My most recent Star Trek merch was also my most recent Playmates toy, the Enterprise D.
That's
still
also
waiting to
something
see.
that you want. Yeah.
I'm still waiting to see if they're going to have a Lego Enterprise D for Christmas.
Do any of you
Ooh.
watch Lego Masters?
Oh, the game show where they play
Yeah,
Lego?
my wife and me love that. We watch that. That's
I
one of
like
our
that.
favorites.
That is fun. I'd never actually finished watching it. No, I watched a couple of episodes and dumped out. But I could see myself watching the whole thing.
It's fun.
Oh.
This shows
Did
you how to
Tiger
put the
leave?
little discs in there. Yeah, Tiger
Yes.
decided. I read a chat about ping pong balls and she got fed up. I'm so sorry, Tiger, that I supported the nonsense.
Wait.
But actually, it was
Now-
Tiger who mentioned the ping pong ball.
Well, no, but this is the thing, and I don't know how much of it we can play. I'm going to find out.
Mhm.
And it is filthy. Like, viewer discretion is advised.
What are you sharing?
I'm going to send it to you before I do anything drastic. Don't
Okay.
worry. I know that I'm not supposed to just willy-nilly to go busting chops. But hang on. There we
I
are.
wanted to see specifically what sensors this thing has.
Okay, so all right, and you haven't seen it, and so it's going, but it is Matt Berry reads a letter from the South Park creators to the Motion Picture Association of America, and it discusses all the things that they sort of modified to get an R rating instead of an NC-17, and it does specifically address the ping pong ball joke from South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. And it does exonerate Winona Ryder from doing what had been previously discussed.
Well, and it's in the disclaimer for South Park.
Yep.
It's in the disclaimer right at the beginning. All characters and events in this show, even those based on real people, are entirely fictional. All celebrity voices are impersonated poorly.
Mm-hmm.
The following program contains coarse language, and due to its content, it should not be viewed by anyone. That's my favorite part.
Where is it? Hang on. It's 2 minutes and 11 seconds. It's a
Going
video.
down, Scotty. Gonna have myself a time.
Well, where are you sending it?
I'm going to put it in the private chat just so everyone has an opportunity to play with it.
233 live.
I have the DVD.
Wow.
Scotty, I watch that every so often. That's a fun
You
one.
know, I remember seeing the first teaser, the one where they did like the digital Eric Cartman, the one that was like voiced by what was it, Dean LaFontaine? What was his name?
Don
anyway,
LaFontaine.
Don LaFontaine. All the top animators from America combined with all the top animators from Japan to bring you this. I will do the German. That's what you. It's on again. Tra la la. Hope you will enjoy my video.
What would Brian Boitano do?
He'd probably kick an ass or two. That's what Brian Boitano would do.
That I would do.
Did
And
someone
I've
call
told
my
this-
name? Who are you? Brian Dennehy. Yeah, dude,
Get the fuck out of here, Brian Dennehy.
Okay, bye.
Whoa. Okay, wait a minute. Okay, I found the sensors. The tricorder monitors ambient conditions, the temperature, relative humidity, barometric pressure, and there might be some lag or inaccuracy for the humidity measurements because of the housing of the tricorder, but it's still really cool.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it's just a simulation of a real tricorder, but I think it's really great that they tried to make some of it realistic. And it can also detect electromagnetic radiation. That is super fun.
Oh, so it's got a Teslameter. You know, your phone has one.
Oh, right. I'm sure there's a tricorder app on my phone I've never tried.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's great.
I'm just saying.
And this is just a lot of fun. Where are you sending that video?
Oh, it's in the private chat.
It's in the private chat.
It is? Oh.
Right now. Right now.
Oh, there it is.
When will then be now?
Okay,
Soon.
I'm gonna go away and look at this video and see what I can do with it. I'll be right back. So I'm done looking at the tricorder for now. Go check out that Savage video if you want to see more. Because let me skip through it a little bit. Let's see.
Well, and there is
yeah, what?
There is
What?
one that is actually not just from Adam Savage's channel, but there's one where it's like a collaboration with the Wand Company.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that'll be good too.
Yeah,
More
and
more
it's funny.
technical.
It's so good because it's like, and Adam Savage is like, "Can it do this?" And the guy is like, "No, it's not."
Can it core an apple?
Yeah, exactly. Like it's like, so you made a tricorder. Is it real? And it's like, oh, it's absolutely real. Look at all the functionality. And it's like, yeah, but can it do this? And it's like, no. All right, it's not a real tricorder.
Can it detect human life? Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's say the engine. This is the one tab that doesn't have a disk associated.
Engineering.
It's engineering.
Okay.
And engineering is actually the kind of their debug menu.
Yeah.
So you can see all the readings from the EM field, the microphone.
Oh. I see. Oh, right. So it's
video to bring out that tricorder.
Do you want to bring it out? Until I take it apart and rewire a battery into it.
It has the EMG, the emergency.
I have one.
Wait, what?
I never thought I would see one of these in my entire life.
100% me.
Know what this is? What are they bringing in? Oh, hello to Outlaw Bill. Outlaw Bill is here.
Outlaw
everybody.
Bill.
Hello,
Young
Outlaw
William.
Bill.
It's Jedi Bill.
Oh no, you know.
Oh no, it's Jedi Bill in my heart, but it's Outlaw Bill. Be respectful to how he feels about We're all talking at the same time, so that was just a big mumble. Gavin Blackburn says, "Can the Gorn cause a feedback loop and blow it up?" Oh, probably not. That's actually
You blew it up. You
I don't know what he's
maniacs.
talking.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
from-
go back and watch this video because
Okay.
that's intriguing.
Yeah, that's from Arena. Is the Gorn they lock onto Spock's tricorder and cause a feedback loop, and he has to throw it and it blows up. Yeah, no, that is sadly something that
Listen,
happens with
questioning
tricorder.
it.
Oh
Hello
no.
to Jill Powers, the River Daughter.
Oh no.
Hey, Jill Powers.
Rachel Ziegler's new project where she's starring as Eva Peron in Evita. It looks like it's gonna bomb.
Well, she's not worried about it. Jill Powers, the River Daughter, says Midnight's Edge raid. Woo! Wow. I'm honored to get a Midnight's Edge raid, or at least Jill Powers is here from. Well, and I've got to go watch that stream, Midnight's Edge.
I'm sorry about the.
See what I missed?
I'm sorry, yeah.
You're sorry. Yeah. No, I'm not sorry. I'm very, very happy to see
She's
Jill.
not sorry. She's anti.
How often do I get to say hi to another Jill? That's fun for me.
No, there are two of them.
Yeah, there are two.
So multiplying.
There's a third one.
There's like, they're like triples.
Yeah. The arena means sand in Spanish, I've learned.
Arena.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that. All right.
Let's
Well,
make some arena castles.
so I've got to go watch this video to see if I actually want to share this or not.
You're going to
So,
like the video.
yeah.
It's just a matter as to whether or not you're going to share it.
Yeah. So can you
Vamp
Talk
and
amongst ourselves.
Vaguely,
yeah,
sure.
talk about stuff? Talk about
Yeah.
stuff for me for a minute.
So,
Alright.
Scotty, are you wearing Starfleet uniform today?
Not today, no.
Oh, dear.
I know. I'm trying to, impress upon people that I am a normal person.
So what do we think that Will Wheaton is going to do to make himself even more detestable next?
Is that possible?
I don't
What?
think it's possible. He's going to reboot Stand By Me.
Oh.
No.
He might as well.
There. Yeah, it's. Oh man.
Well, it's so interesting because there are two movies that I should care about from like the mid 80s that are
Yeah.
focused around coming of age stories of children.
Uh-huh.
And one is Stand By Me, and the other is The Goonies. Now,
Yeah.
neither one of them touched my heart in any way, shape, or form. I could take them or leave them. I have no animosity, but they didn't do anything for me. And everybody, anytime they bring up a Goonies reunion, it's like, woohoo! And I'm like, okay, I guess if it's your jam, it's your jam. And same thing, like, but no one ever talks about a Stand By Me reunion. But I guess that's also because
Well, River Phoenix.
yeah, see, that's a big one. And also, what they just had, there was a reunion of the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
And Judd Nelson said that he was looking forward to finding out what would happen with those kids later on in life, like sort of a high school reunion or something like that, whatever it would be. And
Yeah, I
they
remember
said,
that.
"Now, we can't do that because John Hughes is
gone. Yeah.
which I find absolutely touching, in that if there is one member of the creative force who isn't there, then it's like, having a chair without a leg.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I understand it completely. And that's also something, and I know that when they talk about Goonies, they talk about how, well, now Richard Donner isn't there anymore, so it would be weird to do it that way. But people kind of gloss over that because Richard Donner had such a varied career that it isn't 100% necessary. But like John Hughes was, a powerhouse in terms of that. John Hughes movies are John Hughes movies.
Exactly.
Yeah, those are all. I actually saw all three of those movies you just mentioned on Retro Night in the last few years.
Oh, nice.
At the theater. Like, all right, yeah, they're all three. Those are all good.
Yeah. But then again, like you talk when we're upset about remakes or legacy sequels, whatever you want to call them, when you try and recapture that lightning in a bottle, I think we all get a little hesitant.
Yeah. I mean, of course, there is the other end of the spectrum, like Cobra Kai, where they take a legacy IP and treat it like a precious gem.
Yes.
Yeah, see, it does occasionally work, and you're always hoping. For me, if they reboot it or it's a legacy sequel, this will be the one that works. Because when the motion picture have been seen as a legacy sequel back in the day, like, oh, they're bringing Star Trek back.
Yeah,
is it going to work? And some people thought the first movie kind of didn't work, but then you got Wrath of Khan.
Well, I mean, Star Trek. The primary complaint is that Star Trek works better as episodic TV. So,
Well, it used to.
Well, I mean, originally, so
yeah. Well, and that was, Like I agree, and that was, I don't know, naive hope is that when they did, and it was like I was tepid on the Bad Robot Chris Pine movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they said that they were going to make a Star Trek Discovery, episodic television, and I was like, absolutely, let's do this. Let's get it back to the roots. And then they did that, and I was like, well, I miss Chris Pine.
Yeah.
I do. What? Oh, I'm on camera. I don't want to do that.
No, but it's a thing. Happy shore leave, everybody. That's Jill's Punham.
Oh.
Oh. So, no, I can't play that video.
But did you like it?
I loved it. It was hilarious. I watched the whole thing. But I can't play the whole thing, but I'll play the relevant bit.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds like a real thing.
Yeah, anyway.
I like the music in that. Da, da, da.
Yeah, it's great. They did a great job.
I hate every ball.
Hey, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy ho. So
Oh,
here's
Don't
just that portion.
Put him in the thing. Put him make Matt very big.
He's big now.
Is he big
There,
now? I can't see him.
I know you can't see him, but you will in a second. There
Okay.
he is.
There he is.
Both times. We have shot and animated to reveal the fact that Winona Ryder is not shooting ping pong balls from her vagina. She is in fact hitting the balls with a ping pong paddle. We took out the
The rest of it is hilarious. I'll put it in the chat for people to watch at their leisure. I cannot play that entire thing. That whole thing is like when Scotty's been drinking too much. Is this video?
Yes.
And I gotta say, hey, you gotta go to bed now. This is
Yeah. Also, no, and you gotta. I hate it when people say you gotta wait for the end, but you gotta wait for the end when you're watching the video. And it is amazing. It is vulgar, but like, and I've told this story before, and I will tell it again now. Is the day that I went to go see this movie, I watched it. I didn't understand why the entire crowd it was an R-rated movie, South Park, bigger, longer, and uncut. And I didn't understand why the crowd that was surrounding me were parents and children. And in the moment where the parents are ushering their children out of the theater because they didn't realize what they were walking into, that was the same moment that it was happening on screen.
Yeah. You know what? Funny story. When I went to go see Team America World Police, I went to go see it. I smoked a joint in the parking lot with my friend, and in the row in front of us were like two parents and two kids, and they were like, what is this? What are they doing? Oh my God. And we're just having a blast. And they walked out right in the middle of the puppet copulation scene.
Oh, nice word.
And they were like yelling at the kids. They're like, what is this? What have you brought us to?
Kim Jong-il.
You know how fucking busy I am.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. Is that Matt
Matt Damon.
They make animation, they do puppets, and the kids see the puppets or the animation. They're like, I want to see that movie.
Well, and also,
parents just listen.
When it comes to Team America, I just love the Film Actors Guild. Like, way to go. I can't say the word, but like any of these movies, like people talk about Blazing Saddles. I think that absolutely, Team America is a movie. Or Tropic Thunder, like these movies that are pushing the envelope and breaking taboos. And it's like, no, we can talk about it because it's funny. And I think that the modern sensibility is, you must bend to the will of what you are allowed or not allowed to say. And I think that when I get in trouble, and I'm not saying I'm, any sort of wordsmith or anything, but I do think that I was raised in a time when the 7 words that you can't say on television.
Huh.
It was funny to be able to say them, and now we've sort of society is it's a pendulum, and there's something incredible when it comes to shock value and comedy and whatever. Is that modern, like young people today, and I hate to say such a thing, but I'm not young, so I can. Young people today are pushing back against the political correctness that went into hyperdrive in 2010 to 2017, and they're saying fuckity fuck. And Craig Ferguson said, I know everybody thinks that the kids today are being a little prudish or whatever, but guess what? There's a whole generation of children who are going to rebel against their parents, and they're going to make the world today look like Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. They are going to go Caligula on their parents. And
no,
it's
not at any time. Only when it was funny.
Exactly.
Never go full retard. Never go.
See, that's a word you're not supposed to say, but I think that's retarded.
No, it's coming. It is actually coming back. It's been unbanned, but don't use it, Scotty.
I know. Don't. That's definitely a thing that will make me stop doing things. Is tell me that I can't do them.
And that's all, folks.
Censorship is a slippery slope, and I despise it.
One of the greatest philosophies that I heard about censorship is if you actively stifle people from being stupid, vulgar, obscene, if you actively try and squash their ideas by just eliminating them from the public, you do 2 things. You empower them, because if I can't do it, then I'm going to try harder to do it. But also, for everyone who disagrees with those thoughts, now you don't know where those people are. Vulgarity, obscenity, hate. If you find these things abhorrent, it is very safe to know where they are coming from, just so you can tell.
But you also have to remember that your freedom of speech is a public affair. This is you're allowed to say what you want in public.
Yeah.
But when you're in a private business or you're on somebody's YouTube channel, that's their, like, even though this isn't my channel is not a real business, but
tell that to Casey.
I've heard I've heard in books I should think of my YouTube channel as a business. Yeah. And if I don't want certain words on my channel, you're free to go somewhere else to have your freedom of speech on the internet.
Oh, yeah. Oh, but come on, Jill. Like
until but you do push the boundaries. That's true.
But I used to date a girl, and I would say things that would be shocking, and she would pinch me, and like hard. And
not figuratively.
No. She would physically cause me pain.
Also, goodbye to Casey. I think he left 10 minutes ago.
Bye, Casey.
I missed you go.
But the thing is that whenever I would say the things that were sort of shocking or inappropriate or anything, and everybody would be like, "Why did you just physically assault your boyfriend?" And she was like, "You know what? I'm trying to pinch him into being a better person." So we broke up.
Oh, sorry.
Who's going to? I gotta ask this question. Anybody going to see episode 3 this weekend or the week after? Star Wars episode 3.
I looked. It's not playing in my area.
Oh no!
I know. I was actually I was digging on it. I was interested in the idea, but I checked the event cinema at Cineplex, and no episode 3s. But I did want to go and check it out. But I guess I'm just going to have to satisfy myself with the Blu-ray.
Well, does your theater usually play big events, or sometimes they, for some weird reason, don't have them, or?
Well, yeah, no. They right now they are in the tail end of the David Lynch re-release of all of his films, and when Dogma comes out on June 5th, that's going to be playing at Cineplex, and I'm sure that has a lot to do with Kevin Smith because he is a knucklehead. But I was surprised there are no Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. And that doesn't make any sense for Canada, simply because, as everyone knows, Anakin Skywalker is a Canadian.
Joel, you gonna go see it?
We got it here in town. I'm probably not gonna go see it.
Well, my
Actually,
co-host,
this is one of the Star Wars movies I did see in the theater a long time ago.
Oh yeah, but my co-host
I saw
Kat,
one originally. Yeah.
from the Phantasmagorium, she already went.
I did see a movie last night. What?
No, please. Sorry, I interrupted.
I did see a film last night, although it was more of a documentary. I saw Pink Floyd live at Pompeii from 1972.
Oh wow!
Another special event.
Canadian Spider-Man. Well, to be fair, Scotty, Canada and the USA are practically the same country. Yeah, well,
Maybe true soon enough.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
No, I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. I don't want to be political. Although, if you do want to talk about that topic, check out Spidey's channel this Sunday. He's going to have a bonfire stream. He's thinking about talking about some of those topics, the relationship between Canada and the United States. So
that'll be interesting.
If you are interested in that topic, let's table that for today and bring it up again on Sunday.
It's just to close it out, the topic, I am prepared as a Canadian to be in that position simply because I do have a shield.
Oh, good. Here he goes with his shield.
I love my shield.
You need the rest of the costume now.
I sent him a She-Hulk. He's got a She-Hulk.
What?
No, the picture I posted.
Oh, the picture. Oh, what is it from Community? Where?
I think so. It was from Community or one of your just posts. I just responded to, here he goes with his shield, and then I put the She-Hulk carrying the friggin' Daredevil guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I sent you that just to.
Oh, it made me happy. It made me happy.
What makes me happy is that we have Herc130 in the chat. Hello to Herc130. I see there.
Hey, Herc.
My Diamond Select phaser works. It seems to be covered by a general power dampening field of unknown origin, blocking it from working. Oh, but I'm sure it's beautiful. Diamond Select makes the best toys next to the Wand Company. Although their prices are going up too because they're not reprinting them. So, but if I get to 1,700 subscribers, I will give away a Diamond Select tricorder, not as fancy as the Wand Company one, but still very nice.
No, wait, Scotty, does your theater play a lot of special events? You said they were playing like a David Lynch thing.
Scotty stepped away. Oh, there he is.
But I'll answer this because I don't want to be rude. Yeah, they do event cinema. Like they do a bunch of repertory screenings. It's tough to find them. It is a little bit of a jaunt to get to them, but they do it. But they do it in blocks. Like it's even with the David Lynch one. It's like, do you want to see this at Thursday at 4? And it's like, well, I guess I'm gonna change my entire schedule. But yeah.
Speaking of questions for Scotty, is Scotty going on Trev Retro stream in 2 hours? That'll be after this show.
At the very least, I'm going to be in the chat.
Yeah, and I'll be picking up my children at that time, so I could be in the chat too, and I can listen, see what happens.
But
you never know. You never know where Scotty will show up.
I'm like a bad penny.
The Padawan says, I like the South Park movie, Team America, Basketball. It was misspelled. And especially Orgasmo. Scotty is groovy is a groovy word bender. Yeah, he is. Oh man. He can be so eloquent and passionate about stuff. And Herc130 says, Anti-Derivative Jill is a brand, a way of life. A philosophy.
Oh, it is.
Oh, wow. Herc 130 seems to understand my channel more than I do. I should listen to him more. Whether I would see it again at a cinema or not is up to me. I have at least seen Revenge on Disney. I don't know what Revenge is. Oh, Revenge of the... Oh, okay. Star Wars.
Yeah.
Revenge of the Sith. Okay, episode 3. Excuse me. I don't speak abbreviation of the Star Wars movies. The Padawannabe says, I am thinking of going to see it. It seems to be in many theaters around me. Yeah, it's playing at our Cinemark here. I don't know if I want to see it.
Oh, you got Cinemark by you?
Yeah, I got Century 16 here. That's also the day season 5 of Phineas and Ferb airs across the Disney Channel and Disney XD. I'd never seen an episode of that cartoon, but I do know it's a cartoon. Canadian Spider-Man says, well, to be fair to Scotty, Canada and USA are the same. Oh, yeah, he read that already. Good work.
Yeah.
Good work to Scotty, who's currently not here. I like to compliment him when he's not here.
You know, I realized the other day that I've actually only seen one Tom Cruise movie and one Tom Hanks movie in the movie theater. And when I looked at their filmographies, it's like, how did I manage to do that?
Very impressive.
It just wasn't. It has. Well, and I only realized that because last week I saw my 9th Beatles related event in the theater. This was like a John Lennon solo documentary. It's like I've seen more of any Beatle than I've seen of Tom Hanks or Cruise. It's like, well, I mean, I'm not counting television. I'm just talking about like the movie theater. It's like, well, I guess my friends just weren't interested in anything other than Forrest Gump and an Interview with the Vampire. And I don't even know how I got into that now because now I realized that this is rated R and I was 15 and I had no adult with us. So why'd they let us in? Otherwise, I'd have no Tom Cruise.
Well, wow. Yeah, that's fun. But you do love your music documentaries and concerts.
That was my 5th Pink Floyd thing in the theater, or Pink Floyd related.
That's why you always end up in the planetarium.
Well, that's a whole different... Well, I've seen lots of Laser Floyd. That's a whole different category.
True enough. Padawannabe says, I should be able to ship it in the beginning of next month. Didn't really have the funds, but I'm hoping your She-Hulk will be in the mail soon. Oh, okay. That's going to be exciting. He's going to get a green girl. Thank you, Padawannabe. You've made Scotty's dreams come true. We don't have to agree on everything, especially when it comes to SpongeBob. Oh no, I was wondering if somebody was going to bring it up. I was going to try to avoid it because it's a negative topic for me and it incenses me. So let's see if we'll talk about it in a minute. We'll talk about it for you, Johnny. You want to talk about it? Let me just see what's going on. Looks like we all know they don't make good movies and shows anymore. Maybe if we convince Hollywood to do a movie where Winona Ryder shoots ping pong balls out of her, things could change a bit. But no, but they like we saw in that video, it was changed to show that she was actually playing ping pong.
I can't believe you're still doing this. My stars.
Well, Greek Letters Larson wanted to talk about it.
All right, that's fine.
But I do have to back it up. I was hoping nobody was going to mention it today, but we have Sentai Ranger Johnny having mentioned it. Speaking of Sponge and Trek, I have seen the crossover for Paramount, and Donnie says that he loves it. He loves this promo. What's to love about it? Well, I don't know. I guess at least it's not Star Trek.
Ignorance
so not
is
Star
bliss.
Trek
What Jill?
characters.
Jill, what don't you like about it? I haven't seen it. I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a commercial.
Mm-hmm.
It's a commercial where they mash Star Trek Strange New Worlds. You know, the fake Trek show that wants to be the Enterprise, but they make it massively huger, so it's impossible. And among 107,000 other reasons why it's not Star Trek, but they mashed that with SpongeBob. So they put it together, and I thought it was AI the first time I saw it. It looks like a AI generated spaceship of Patrick the Starfish has a spaceship.
Yeah, I saw the beginning of that.
Typey.
I'm not typing. But I saw that. I saw the opening, you know, how videos autoplay. And I saw it and I was like, oh, it's a SpongeBob thing. I don't care about this. Because I don't. It's not that I don't, it's not that I'm angry at it or anything. It's just that SpongeBob it was something that I never connected with. And then I
watched the first couple of seasons and I enjoyed a couple of seasons of SpongeBob. But see, I thought it was stupid when they merged Strange New Worlds with Lower Decks, and I was right. But this advertisement is infinitely worse. I know it's just an ad and whatever. They've done parodies like this before of their own properties, but it's degrading. If you can't, Star Trek is so low. It's like they're trying to figure out how to make it even lower. How low can they sink this?
Well, I mean, we've all seen what happened with Doctor Who. They can go lower.
Also,
they have.
I just want to address my master.
Yeah.
Are you gonna curl up and listen to the sounds of Romulan Warp Core?
Yeah. I'm just gonna chill. I got to take a nap. I was up because I listened to the whole show. I was up until like almost 5 a.m. last night because of this time.
Oh, you listened to the whole thing?
Yeah, I had my earpiece and lying down.
You said
almost fell.
Oh my gosh, because of course, if you talk to Robert Meyer Burnett, he can talk forever. He loves to talk, and I love to listen. But I
was biting my tongue with the Matrix talk about someone saying that's a little. I hate.
Before you go,
yeah,
when I showed up, you were like, "Oh, I saw the show last night over at Cinema Gulp." Don't forget to subscribe to Cinema Gulp because
I already did. Yeah, I subscribed to all those guys.
Man. But you were like, oh, the Matrix. Now, here's my proposition. There are movies that may not connect with you, that you may dislike. But for me, even if I dislike them, I have to acknowledge their technical proficiency. And so, or their cultural impact. Now,
I have no beef with the visuals. I'm just saying I don't like Keanu Reeves. He irks me. It's just like he's just an actor that, like I said, Joey from friggin' Friends playing Major West is an anomaly. It's an abomination. I just don't like the actor. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize.
No, it's just not my thing. It's never ever been Matrix. I fell asleep trying to watch it, Scotty. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna have a big cup of coffee one night, smoke some weed, and watch that damn movie because just give it a fair chance again. I'm gonna try and see if I can connect to it again.
I can't wait to get the angry message at 2 a.m.
Yeah, he's gonna be mad.
I wasted all my coffee and weed.
He's gonna be mad at me in particular because I think I convinced him to try it again. I really love naps.
I'm not be mad at anybody. I'm just very set in my ways, and if I don't like a certain actor, certain actors, like they just irk me, and I just can't stand their faces. I just don't know. I just can't. I like Friends. Joey, funny, yeah, great, but Major West, Joey, no.
Yeah,
that movie was a hot mess.
We'll jump off of that bridge when we get to it because I have opinions and I want to discuss it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we can go on that, Scotty.
I do plan to.
No worries, bro.
Or Scotty, I do plan to review the modern Lost in Space movie.
Well, no, the 90s Lost in Space movie, because let's not forget we had Parker Posey as Dr. Smith, so that's the modern one now.
Well 90s. No, but that's a TV show.
We're going to cover all that on my channel, all that. And the Parker Posey, believe it or not, you guys, someone going to probably think I'm not a purist, but since Bill Mumy was in it, the series on Netflix. I only didn't like a couple things, how they emasculated Toby. What's his name? Oh, he played John. The guy that played John Robinson. They kind of, emasculated
that was
him
the
for
last
first.
episode of season 1. That was bad.
Yeah, I had some issues with a few things in it. Other than that, I loved the finality of it. And Parker Posey took Bill Mumy was actually Dr. Smith. He was the guy that she took the coat off. That was him laying on the big huge ship on the mothership.
Well, because season 1 ended so badly, I didn't watch season 2. So you're saying the rest of it gets better?
Oh, I love it. The family, they grow. They grow together. The character arcs. The story is fantastic. The production values are great. There's a few issues I have with some of the things about it, but
yeah, the Netflix series was how I was introduced to Lost in Space. I never watched it.
Ken Burns, the guy that passed away, that is the keeper of the flame of Lost in Space, may he rest in peace. He was part of the production team for this series, and Bill Mumy wouldn't have had nothing to do with it, or Angela Cartwright, which was in it too. She played Parker Posey's mom. They all had, and they weren't just shit cameos where they were reporters. They actually were part of it, and I really enjoyed that they were involved. A lot of Easter eggs, and you might like it, you might not. I did battle on Facebook with some old purists on Lost in Space, and we can talk about this on my channel.
Yeah,
when we do a show. I don't want to monopolize.
Tell us about that. Tell us about your channel and what's coming up for you.
Monday night live stream, 8:15 p.m. We'll going over season 1, episode 1. We'll do the Reluctant Stowaway, and we will discuss that. And anybody in the chat or here, come see us. And Jill, you're gonna be my co-host, because you're good at this. You're good at controlling the panel and all that good stuff. And I'm still learning, so I'm gonna, I need to learn. So
you'll find out when you've got your own show, when you've started a live stream. You're gonna find out your leadership qualities, and you're gonna be great.
This is not pulling tail for a howitzer. This is a total different animal to me. Anyways, I'll let y'all go. Just, check my channel out if you like what I'm uploading. I'm getting into some heavy Star Wars uploads of clips and funny moments from the classic series.
Thank you so much for giving us some of your time today. And we'll look forward to everything you create.
I'm just wicked tired, and this is one time where my age is kicking my butt. I feel 60 right now.
Well, you know what? You've got to listen to your body and do what it says. So I appreciate that. You're taking care of yourself.
You guys live long and prosper. Have a good day. I'll see you folks on the rebound. Scotty, take care. Stay out of trouble, sir.
I refuse.
Leave the ping pong balls alone, dude.
We'll be okay. We have Mac here.
Yeah. Well, not for long.
Yeah, I have to take off.
I spoke too soon.
Sorry, not sorry, but yeah, I have some preparations for Shabbat that to take care of.
Outstanding.
Okay. Definitely priorities are important.
Yeah, but
is there anything you want to share before you go?
Well, I already shared my work, so that's what I got going on. I had about 100 pounds of grid wall come in, like you know how like you see stuff in retail stores. So yeah, those are gonna be the walls of my tent. So this weekend sometime I'm going to like assemble the tent to see if it like actually works. So yeah.
Yes, yeah. Prep is everything, and definitely.
I'm really lucky because my synagogue is letting me use their property, which is like
nice
on either side of where the art fair is. So yeah, and I found out my booth number. It's 302 for what that's worth.
Yeah, that's good too. Well, maybe you can come up with something to make that number fancy. I don't know.
Yeah. I'll do something on Adobe Firefly. So.
Well, and I don't know if I'm using this term correctly because I'm just a goyim, but shalom, sir.
Yes, shalom. Shalom.
Okay, easy with your O face.
No, remember the what Budweiser What's Up thing?
Oh man, yeah.
There was once a parody where they did shalom.
That's nice. Yeah, that's great.
Anyway.
Oh man.
Anyhow.
You did. I didn't know that.
There was and just to do one more throwback when beer commercials were actually funny. There was the Yes I Am campaign by Bud Light. It's like, driver, this guy comes down to the arrival section, the baggage claim, and someone's holding there's these chauffeurs and they're holding names. It's like the guy who goes up is like, driver, do you have Bud Light in your car? It's like, yes, I do. Then I am Dr. Gallowikich. You mean Dr. Galakowitz? Yes, I am.
Oh man.
So
That's
all right.
not how you pronounce your name, sir. Yeah. No, that's hilarious.
First time in a limousine, doctor. Oh, first time one this small. But yeah, thanks for having me on. It's wonderful way to spend my morning. I just stuff to do.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and we're only going for another 30 minutes anyway, so you're
you're gonna go for 30 minutes, and you're gonna say it's time to go, and then you're gonna go for another 45 minutes.
Yes. Oh, you know me too well.
I'm clairvoyant. Okay, I will see you all later.
Yeah. See you, Max. Thank you.
And Scotty, if you misbehave, and I have to come back and enforce you, it's double.
Okay.
Double? Oh,
yeah.
that sounds scary. I don't know what that means.
Trouble.
You know what? You didn't even know. I'm gonna be your worst nightmare.
Wasabi.
All right. See y'all later.
Cheers, sir.
Later.
Bye.
What? Maybe I said it wrong. Kirk 130 says that in the chat. And
no, you said it properly. Wasabi. Wasabi.
Wasabi. Okay, I did. Great.
Yeah.
We need to work on Jill going to the special movie events.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay.
See, and it's funny because there was when going back to Team America, I used to work at a place and it was a cafe, it was a nightclub, it was a movie theater, and it was a bookstore. And it was an epicenter in the town that I lived for all kinds of creative people. It was incredible. And so when I saw Team America, and there were a bunch of movies, it was one of the membership has its privileges, and not just having a membership at the business, but being a person who worked there. There were times where we would have staff parties, and it would be midnight on a Sunday, and we would all get together, and it would have been 30 of us. And we had a garbage bag full of popcorn that would be passed around. And we would have an ice bucket full of beer. And there, recreational botanicals flying around the room. And we would watch things like Shaun of the Dead, Team America, Monty Python and the Holy Grail. And it was incredible. And so those are the
best of the worst party, but watching actual good movies.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. And it was almost like a bunch of drunken, stoned adults. But it's the beginning of the Muppet movie where everybody's just sort of getting all excited that there's a movie, and we would laugh and we would yell at the screen, and it was amazing, and it was something that is really, really great. And unfortunately, since I stopped working there, the nightclub has closed. The bookstore and the cinema and the cafe are still there, but they've been sort of leased out and made to different parties to organize and manage. And the repertory cinema is very much a boring art house cinema now. So while I do appreciate what it does in terms of getting those lesser known films available to movie-going audiences, like, it's not this, like, they used to do things like they would show Pirates of the Caribbean on a Saturday afternoon when it first came out. But now with the cutthroat nature of movie distribution, that repertory cinema that was sort of like, okay, it's your dollar cinema. You know, it's the one that's on the outskirts of town, and you can go and see Freddy versus Jason for $1 on Tuesday. Like, that seems more and more restrictive based on the exhibitions from the bigger companies. It's kind of like, and on a much larger scale, it's like when the Cinema Dome was going to play the 70 millimeter cut of Hateful Eight. And then Disney said, if you play the Hateful Eight at the same time as we're releasing this Star Wars movie, you will never get any Disney movie ever again. You have to prioritize a Disney movie over whatever else you want to do. And that is, I think it's something that not a lot of people talk about, is that it is, for all of the bluster and passion that your CEOs and CFOs may expound upon at shareholder meetings, they are actively attempting to monopolize movie theaters, and they will F it up for every mom and pop.
Yeah, I've heard. There's this one small theater by me that I go to sometimes. It's only 3 screens. It's like 100 years old, and it's an independent. Right now, it has an independent owner, although in the past it actually has been part of a corporate chain. It's kind of changed ownership over the years. So right now, there's a very passionate owner who cares about movies who's running it, and it's really good. And he tells me like some of these problems that you're talking about. Although recently, it seems to have, when the Marvels came out, Disney was more like begging somebody to show it than flaunting their authority. Oh, you have to show. No, can you please show it, please? And then I went there one night, not for that movie, but wait, what was the scene? It actually might have been the Taylor Swift film, which he was carrying. And I asked him, so how are the Marvels? And he goes, I didn't even turn that theater on. Like, I didn't even turn the projector on because nobody wants to see it.
Wow, nobody was there, so why waste the electricity?
Just about, yeah.
I saw it in the theater. It was
Well,
it was actually
you weren't
really
there
fun.
in Maggie's theater. You couldn't.
No, I
save-
wasn't.
You couldn't make them waste the power.
It was so funny because there was a bunch of people in the theater, and movie starts, and it says, put on your 3D glasses now. And like 5 people got up and laughed. And we're all like, did you know this was in 3D? Like, I didn't know they made 3D movies anymore. And we were all like, yeah, no, I don't know. Where do we get the glasses? I don't know. And so it was so hilarious. And obviously the guy who I was sort of talking to, he was there with his daughters. But I was
again,
alone.
I'm 10 minutes late saying goodbye to Jill Powers, the River Daughter. Sorry, I missed you.
I thought Jill was
Have a great
saying
Friday.
bye-bye to Master.
Oh, that's right. She's probably still here. You're exactly right. That's what happened. She might still be here. I'm sorry to interrupt you for your story.
No, not at all.
about-
I live to be interrupted.
I saw 2001 in IMAX for the 50th anniversary. That was pretty good.
3D glasses for your Marvel's music video.
Yeah, it's fine. I like that music video. Like, that's... it's a whole thing that I don't necessarily need to open that can of worms right
Rick
now.
Letters Larson says,
Fun.
well, show's over, folks. Turn in next week when Joe... Wait a minute. It will entertain us by... Jiggling ping pong balls. Nothing naughty now. She'll be using her bat. Don't get excited now. It's a family-friendly stream.
Yeah. Actually, I saw something else last night that was kind of weird. Before the Pink Floyd thing started, they were showing. I was checking to see what was playing, and there was something called some like sneak preview showcase. It had like extended trailers behind the scenes of upcoming movies, and it was like an hour long. It was only $3. So for $3, I went and saw that before I saw the Pink Floyd.
Nice.
And what's funny is I asked myself, so are they going to show the regular trailers that they show before every movie before they show this thing, which is actually just trailers? I mean, extended ones, but still. And wisely, they did not. They didn't show the trailers before the trailers. Guess somebody must have realized that would have been a little redundant.
But that's like, I think that's something that's missing. And I guess it's because of the availability of all of the conveniences that we have, is that I saw a thing on Turner Classic Movies, because I'm old and I was watching Turner Classic Movies, and Scorsese was talking about like the movies would play and you would know what movies were there and you would get a sense of the showtime, but it would just go with trailers, newsreels, animated shorts, your Looney Tunes and whatnot. And you would go and it would be an afternoon, as opposed to, okay, show up, watch some, Pontiac commercials, and like,
yeah, I'm not supposed to see TV advertisements on my movies. That's not cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I see local advertisements before I got in. I got to the preview show like 10 minutes before it's supposed to start, and they do show local ads for like sometimes businesses in the area or whatever, just advertising the theater wants to do for its own stuff, like come get a Coke and popcorn and sign up for this movie club and this and the other thing. Like you get at least 5 minutes of that, and then if it's a normal movie, you get 10 minutes of the actual regular trailers, and whatever you're watching is going to start. I mean, the Pink Floyd thing had the regular trailers.
No,
started
the
15
place
minutes
that
after
does
the
it
film.
better is Alamo Draft House. Instead of having those local advertisements or whatever advertising plug they want to put in there, they have 30 minutes of random clips that are about kind of makes you think about the movie. Like when I saw the live action Beauty and the Beast, they played this old TV show that was Beauty and the Beast. I forget what it was called, but
with Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, that.
Nice.
And so stuff like that. Bruce Lombardo from Dick's Division. Hail to the chat. Hail to Bruce. So glad you're here.
Don't let me down.
So some theaters can do it better. And also,
but that's also like that's the Starbuckification of every business. As long as it's a big chain, there is no, I don't know, personal touch. There's no local sentimentality. It's like, we play this. And it's like, okay, but can I play this? No, it's not on brand. And I don't like that at all. Like, and I've been fired from places for watching Star Trek, like 8 televisions in a room, and they're all sports, and I choose one television to watch Star Trek The Next Generation. And they're like, the regional manager shows up and says, "What is that doing there?" And it's like, making me happy? No. And it's like, okay, fuck you. And then they fire me. Or I quit in a circuitous way.
With the little theater I just mentioned, he definitely tries to give it his personal touch. The one, no, I do go to some AMCs, and obviously that's, mega corporate. But the one other main theater I go to, I don't know if I can really say it's independent theater, but there's only a few of them across the country. It's owned by Reading Cinema, and so I guess they are a kind of a big company, but not super big. And they show a lot. They actually are really into the special events. Like every other Sunday they show like an old epic movie like Lawrence of Arabia, and then there's then there's black and white movie, at least one of them, like once a month. And then there's another special event, and then it might be something for the kids, like something. And I think sometimes they only charge $1 to show like their Wizard of Oz, and then whatever special events are being released, like this Pink Floyd film from 1972. They'll definitely, most of the time they'll show that. I guess maybe they decided it's another way to make money. Like, well, let's just show some old stuff or weird stuff.
Well, and that at that cinema that I was discussing, or that I was sort of telling you about, that the last movie, because we did a monthly exhibition, and it was secret cinema. They had just got like a digital projector, and so we could show DVDs. Not the ideal, but it is a communal experience to go, and it was called Secret Cinema. And you showed up, and you didn't know what movie it was until they showed up. But I was like, you know what? If it's Secret Cinema, can we not watch Star Wars? I want to watch Star Wars. And they were like, okay, but you can't tell anybody. And I was like, okay. So anyway, I told everybody.
Oh
no.
And then I went in, and and I thought I was giving Christmas to all of the people. And I was Cindy Lou Who, believing in Christmas. And every person I talked to said, do you have any idea how much jeopardy you have put this cinema in? And I was like, yeah, Disney is watching us. That's what's happening. And I was just as flippant as I am here. And everyone was like, no, you don't understand the weight of this situation. And you know what happened? Nothing. No one cared. And this is why I am the way that I am, is that even when confronted with the rules and I flout them and say, it's not going to be a big deal.
Yeah, but that's just not cool. That's the whole point of the theater.
And everybody says you did wrong. And there was like 45, 50 people in the theater. And I was like, I know I'm a criminal. I told everybody that this is playing, but thank you for being here. I expect you to be at my trial. And we all had a blast. It was a great time. But the thing is,
which Star Wars?
Star Wars.
He said Star Wars, so he means Star Wars.
Yeah, I would have said Empire Strikes Back if I meant it. But yeah, and that's the thing is, I don't know. The part of the reason that I am friends with Jill is because I am sometimes a little too punk rock for my own good and the people around me. But yeah, like I
love punk rock. It's
sometimes
a lot of fun,
breaking the
but
rules
if I've got
is the best part about having rules.
Yeah. Well, Joe remembers this. I've rented a screen a few times at the theater. I've watched Jill on the big screen. This very show. I think Scott, you probably were up there too.
I would die if I went to a theater and saw me. I'd run.
Like even just your avatar, and you heard yourself speaking back to you. Like what?
This is too loud. The quality is too good of my voice booming in my ears.
I'm pretty sure the only reason people would be upset about going to see an anti-derivative Jill YouTube broadcast on a giant screen is that they would be like, "Oh fuck, Scott's here."
I'll be right.
Well,
I've seen Shatner. I've seen Shatner screen a few times. I actually did watch a TOS episode, Cobra Night Maneuver, in the movie theater. Well, obviously, I was renting it. They weren't showing that normally, but.
Well, and if I may ask, I know that discussing finances is gauche, but how much did it cost to rent the cinema?
So when I first did it, I did 2 rentals at the the main theater. That main theater I was talking about that shows a lot of special events, but not the independent one, the quasi-independent one. they were charging $300 for 3 hours.
Huh.
But that was or was it either $250 or $300? But that was a special COVID era deal that since has gone away, and now it's like tripled or quadrupled. Now it's like $600, $700, $800 or something crazy like that.
Yikes.
But that little theater I was mentioning, he only did $300 for he kept it at $300 for 3 hours, or actually one time he even gave me a break and it was even less.
Yeah, if it's
And so-
300, I could do that for my kid's birthday, but 700, that might be a little too much. Because you need the rest of that money for the snacks and all the things and the presents.
Yeah, and plus the bigger theater would require you to spend. Now this it probably isn't really a big deal if you go to the theater all the time because you're going to use it. They want you to spend at least $100 in concessions, or buy a $100 gift card, which you can then use next time. It's like, well, I go here all the time. I mean, that's almost like that's not going to really bother me. But I guess it's annoying.
It doesn't take very much stuff to get to $100 in food bills at the theater. So
not since they started selling beer.
Actually, that one does. They do sell beer.
There you go. That's how you spend
But
your money. If you
little-
want to rent your own theater, it's between $300 and $700.
I'm gonna check.
Well,
I'm gonna check and see what it costs at my local theater.
The little one actually doesn't have the requirement of buying anything. I mean, it has really good packages for concessions, but you don't have to buy them, so that makes it even better. Now, I have also watched some Taylor Swift during the theater rentals too. So it's just various other YouTubers. Watched Anna on the big screen. Probably just about anybody you could mention. Midnight's Edge.
Wow.
Doomcock. So I had my friend there with me. He doesn't really watch YouTubers like too much. He only watches like a few of them. We watched the Doomcock video in its entirety. Like the one he was talking about. It was way before when he first cast Patterson as Batman. And he was talking about how that was going to go. And my friend's like watching, like, what kind of video is this? Like, well, he's giving the news. It just, has, a gimmick of sorts. We're going to call it that. Because he doesn't know about our community, doesn't understand. Well, he looked really good on the big screen. Like, Doomcock's videos are probably made for the big screen more than probably most other people's.
They are, because he puts production work into his base at the center of the earth, his character and his sidekicks. It's a whole world that he's created, a fictional world that he's created to frame all of his videos, and I think that's brilliant. I wouldn't mind seeing that in the theater.
Like, it's all fictional.
Yeah.
Harvey is real. He's trying to get in.
Right.
Like, try again tonight.
That explains all his children.
Says he has no children.
Well, he says he's had. Well, and if you want to know more, Friday Night Frolics is here tonight. There's no better way to explain Xanadu than Friday Night Frolics.
Well, Harvey's been trying to get in touch with the universe. The Zen.
Yeah, I don't really care about Zoidberg, but I want to talk about Wes Cake.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to say that Wes Cagle in the chat. I know people are busting your chops, but I don't think this is a bad list. I glanced at it and I'm okay with it.
Please read.
Wes Cagle says Sith is my favorite of the original 6. I get crap all the time. Not from me, editorializing. All the time because I rank them. Number 1, Revenge of the Sith. Number 2, Return of the Jedi. Number 3, The Empire Strikes Back. Number 4, Star Wars. Number 5, The Phantom Menace. Number 6, Attack of the Clones. But the top 4 are all A's to me, so they are real close. See? And I'm okay. I'm okay with that. If people are giving you shit, make sure that you direct them my way, and I'll be like, shut your face.
They didn't put clones back in the theater like they did with Phantom and now Revenge of the Sith. That's kind of weird. I would have, gone to see that.
But also, Wes Cagle is not just in the chat. He is now here on the panel. Welcome to you.
Yes, I saw the crowd thinned out a little bit, so I said, let me hop in. Let me hop in here.
I like going to parties when
I protest. I am not a merry man.
That's the best. Oh God. Worf
Oh,
has all the
no.
best lines.
Jill,
Yes.
I'm gonna do this, and you're not gonna like it, but I'm gonna do this. Canadian Spider-Man in the chat says, "Please consider subscribing or joining Dewcock's channel, folks, and enjoy a unique experience." And then the HTML is there.
I do like that. Thank you so much for reading that.
And I will say, no.
All right. Well, but to each their own.
Yes, your mileage may vary.
Honestly, I think you guys would be best friends.
You keep telling me that.
It's true.
Will he sign my Kathleen Kennedy poster?
I don't know what he would. I don't know what he might say when he signs it, but
will he
probably
make my Kathleen Kennedy poster?
Yeah, you have to get into touch with him to get his PO box by email and ask him, if I send you my Kathleen Kennedy poster, can you sign
There's
it?
only one box I want to get in touch with, and that is Kathleen Kennedy's. Anyway, moving on.
And then I don't think your request is genuine.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not. I'm being a
I
sticker.
think you could, though. I think you could. Whoever has a problem with SpongeBob has a problem with me, says Greek letter source. Wow, wow. That's a well. I don't have a problem with it either. I agree with Jet Sparks later in the chat. SpongeBob fell in quality after its first 3 seasons and after the first movie. I never paid attention to it after the first movie because I grew up and I stopped watching Nicktoons. And so, but yeah, that's as much as I watch too. All I need is Sandy the squirrel rocking out to Pantera, and that's the peak of SpongeBob, and I'm good with that.
That actually sounds rad.
It is. She's also sledding while she's rocking. DJ Ronnie G says, yeah, I was diving deep into explaining how CRTs work. Oh, DJ Ronnie G, yes, DJ Ronnie G also has a channel.
Hey, DJ Ronnie G, I haven't seen you in Houndstooth.
That's true, but he has a channel, and I need to put it in my list of channels that pop up because I don't think I have it. And what are shore leaves for?
Yeah.
Go ahead, read it, please.
Yeah, I was diving deep into explaining how CRTs work so that I could explain why one would go about using a CRT shader in emulation towards the plaid wannabe. In any case, I appreciate you and anyone tuning in.
Cool.
Yeah, but I'm like of a Randall Graves opinion whenever it comes to a lot, and you can find this on the Phantasmagorium frequently. It's like, what? Why are we dealing with the customers? This job would be great if it weren't for the customers. So,
well,
no,
but
I
is that
value
any
the
way
audience,
to
but I
run
also,
a business?
Yeah, no, I'm not a businessman.
You know, speaking of
You're a great
CRTs,
salesman at the same time, so it's confusing.
Speaking of CRTs, I still have my the Commodore CRT that I had back in the 80s.
That is one of the best monitors of all time. I played original NES on that. I finished the Flintstones video game. I finished Metroid on that. Yeah, I loved that. Was the Commodore CRT. Invest today.
Not bad. It was not bad. I thought that it was much better than hooking the whole shebang up to a TV. It worked much better.
Oh yeah, definitely. And even today, playing it on a CRT, it gives you more nostalgia.
Oh yeah,
definitely. Subscribe to DJ Ronnie G at youtube.com/DJ Ronnie G. Very simple. Very simple. Good job on that URL. And yeah, check out that channel. Lots of fun technology stuff. He's working, and he works on lots of neat stuff, and he does astronomy stuff too. And you're welcome. Oh look! Oh, you're right. And he also has a turtle. I forgot about the turtle. So that's DJ Energy.
Well,
let's see where I was in the chat here.
Well, Jill, I'm out of time.
Okay, bye.
What? That's it? That's it. It's
Well,
just I'm bye and I gotta leave now. Like I'm trying to be
you want to
gracious.
leave.
And you're like, okay, fine, fuck off. All right.
Well, not in so many words. Just
No, I know, but it's
Well, I
simple.
know, but that's
It
what
gets
you.
to the point.
Well, anyway.
I just like when you leave because then we get to say, "Thank heavens he's gone."
Yeah, no, I know. I love that too. I do appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. Bruce Lombardo doing his best, like Buffalo Bill. It was Powers Booth in Tombstone. Well, bye. Love it. Love it. Yeah. So thank you again. Holy shit! I could have just left and not had to draw this out. Does anybody want to like praise me or anything?
Do we want to
hopefully
praise you?
hopefully you find an episode 3 showing somewhere. Maybe it'll
I haven't.
turn up.
I was
Yeah.
so happy when you showed up and that you decided to hang out with us today. It was really, really
Yeah.
good.
Very cool.
And you like
Well,
you talked about all the cinema stuff, and that was very interesting.
Okay.
And
No,
I know, but
good
I
thing
feel like
is-
that's
yeah.
exactly what you were doing. You
I
you
just
wanted
asked,
to talk
yeah.
about that, and then you're like, oh, I'm done with that. Now it's time to go.
Well,
And
what,
so-
what we can say, Scotty, is you are the best Scotty R37 that we know.
Thank
Out of all the Scotties,
Yeah, the other
Scotty
ones are not that good.
I know. Yeah, Scotty R32 is a jerk.
This is very true. I know him. He's a big fan of oh. No, I got nowhere to go with that one. I don't know what joke. to make.
DJ Ronnie G says, "Bye, Felicia."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
see ya.
basically what I said. I just get mad when you leave because I don't want you to leave.
No, I know. High
So-
fives to everyone. It's so rad to be able to hang out, and I appreciate you putting up with my shenanigans. But I also put up.
And
with
you
yours.
have amazing talent of knowing exactly when I want to end my show and leaving, like exactly like right before I'm gonna finish. So
Oh, so good.
Well done.
It's nearly over.
it's nearly over. And
All
what
right.
you do is you make it so that there are 2 endings to my stream. Just like in Lord of the Rings, there's like 5 endings, or there's 2 endings to my stream. When Scotty leaves and then when I leave.
But see,
There it is.
the worst part is that when I leave, people start to go like, "Oh, thank heavens he's gone," and then
Yeah, but some
it's like, "Oh
people
no,
are-
it's over."
Yeah, some people think it's over because you leave also, but it's not over.
Oh no,
I'm
It-
still talking.
it
I'm still
goes
talking to the chat.
on and on and on and on.
know.
Don't stop
Well,
believing, everybody.
Well, and yeah, subscribe to the Phantasmagorium and Cinema Gulp, and subscribe to follow Scotty R37 on X for some ridiculous nonsense. Some of that ridiculous nonsense is really funny. You don't want to miss out on what you just like you watch my show just to see the next thing that Scotty's gonna say. You follow him on Twitter just to see the next thing that he's gonna post. You don't know what you're coming for. You don't know. It's Perk 130 says it's time to put on makeup. It's time to dress up right. See, I was gonna have Scotty read this one, but he left. But anyway, and it's the Muppet Show Tonight song here. But now I have no reason to have that start. Daniel's Hot Topic says, what about Independence Day? Do you like that movie? I love that movie. I remember watching that movie in 1996 when I was 9. At the time, it was a great movie, especially at the theater. I love Independence Day. Day. It's on par with Armageddon in terms of believability, sci-fi wise. Not at all. Neither of them are very believable movies, but really fantastic fun. Nothing better than just chilling and watching those movies.
Yeah, it's a good movie. My favorite part is when Randy Quaid, comes to realization he's going to have to self-sacrifice to get this done. And he tells his children, "Tell my children I love them." Always gets me right here.
Yeah, right. And that is incredible. And he does it with a great spirit. He doesn't lament what he's doing. He knows he's saving the world, and he takes one for humanity.
Yeah, he does. And his son goes from being ashamed of him to being super proud of his father.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
redemption-
that's
great
character
redemption
growth.
arc, yeah.
That's fantastic character growth. Very, very well spotted.
Yeah.
I don't know. It is kind of ridiculous that we could think that we could put a virus on a spaceship that an alien spaceship that we don't know anything about.
with a
Oh, no.
laptop in the 90s, and it's advanced alien race. Oh, it connects right. It goes right in.
Yeah, Windows 98 works perfectly fine.
Is it even 98? Wonder because
I don't know.
1996 was the movie. It's Windows 95.
Windows 95. There you go.
Yeah. Well, now it's really unbelievable. I could have believed 98, but not 95.
Daniel watched it when he was 9 years old. It was a great movie, especially at the theater. And and especially we were just talking about seeing things at the theater. Hopefully,
Yeah, I saw it in the theater.
we do.
I saw that in the theater too. Yeah.
Hopefully, we do continue to have theaters. Everybody around us is saying, "Oh, theaters are dying," but and even Scotty was mentioning he used to have a theater where it almost felt like home. You could go party and scream at the movie and have fun. I guess like a sing along. They kind of have that at the Draft House. It's called sing along. Sing along.
Yeah, I've seen that listed. I mean,
parties.
I'm not really near one or anything, but like I've since I've heard about this place that's so famous, I looked at its listings to see what it had, and I saw these different kinds of showings and all them. Was like, oh, I get it. Yeah, that must be an amazing place. Yeah.
It is. Draft House is awesome.
We actually have a really close. With I think it's about 10 minutes, only 10 minutes away. We have a drive-in nearby right here still, so which is pretty cool.
A drive-in. I wish I had a drive-in here. There's no drive-in.
And it's pretty cool because they don't even have the those little speakers you have to go and hang them on your window. No, they broadcast the sound over a special frequency on the radio. So you bring a portable radio into your car, or you can just I suppose you could tune it into your car station. But so it's pretty cool.
That's perfect. I like that. That's the way to go.
Well, I unfortunately have to get ready to go to work.
Oh.
Work time for work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for spending some time with us today.
Oh, that's nice to see you too. Nice to see you guys.
Is there anything you want to talk about that's coming up for you?
Just being Doomcock's cat tonight, and actually, another special event I'm thinking about maybe going to see. I'm not sure. I might go see Cheech and Chong's last movie, which is basically just another documentary. I might see that. I'm not sure, but.
Cool.
Oh.
Yeah, that's about
Okay.
it.
Wow.
And we need to get Jill to plan. We need to get
all the.
what?
It feels like all the best movies lately that are modern are just documentaries of good stuff that happened before.
Yeah, we need to get. Speaking of good stuff, we need to still.
Things were good.
Yeah, we still need to get you to the planetarium. Seem resistant. You need Laser Floyd and Laser Swift.
Did you ever watch that South Park episode that I reviewed that one night? The planetarium.
Oh no! Why? That sounds scary.
It's called it is silly, but you should see it. It's Roger Ebert should lay off the fatty foods. Go check that episode out. It has nothing to do with him, but
Well, everyone have a good rest of their day. I'll see you in the chats.
All right, take care.
all
Be
right.
well.
Okay. Yeah. Have a great day at work. I'll see you later. Bye.
Someone asked in your chat today. Does Taylor wear that one piece in her movie? The one that's like in my avatar. Yes, she does. That's where it's from. I don't know if that guy's still here, but.
And if he was curious about it, that's good of you to answer him.
Very nice.
There you go. All right, I'll see you.
Right on.
Well.
Rock on. And here we are.
Yes.
It's Wes Cagle and I.
Yep.
Switching out the chat here. Oh my goodness. Hey, thank you so much. It's the Dead Man. With a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the channel with your, I don't even have to look to see on the YouTube side what it is. Because I know the Dead Man only sends one super sticker, and that is a poop emoji.
Yes, it is.
See, I told you. I knew it. So I'll spin the wheel so we can see what video that he's going to get today for his poop emoji. Super sticker. The only time I like seeing poop is when the dead man is in the chat. The drive-in at Midland lets you tune in to their radio station. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, that's
New
the way to
movie
go.
Warfare looks good. Critical Drinker turned me on to A24 Films. Oh, cool. A24 Films. A24 Films Entertainment Company. Oh, are they the ones who do... Oh, I haven't seen Death of the Unicorn either. What have they done? Let me see. All right. Oh, Ex Machina. Okay. Very neat. Let's see what the wheel chose. Oh, that's a great one. Oh, I love when we get these clips. So let's play a few of those. Under the game.
You may have thought it was a game, but it was also a test. Aha! A test!
I love these clips. They're all so good. I'm going to play them all. Why not?
Hit the brake! Hey! May the luck of the 7 pillars of Gulu be with you at all times.
Earth. And, we're not at war with anybody except each other.
Classic military strategy. Surprise attack.
It'll be a slaughter.
That's the spirit.
And the best one of all.
What do we do? We die.
And I've been thinking anytime someone says there's a raid from another channel, I should always play this video.
Woo! Alright, we're being invaded!
Yes, yeah. You know what? That We Die, that clip, that is such a Worf. That Worf could have delivered that one.
He could have, yeah. That would have been wonderful for Worf. Michael Dorn would have killed it.
Yes.
If he got to do that.
Perhaps today is a good day to die.
DJ Ronnie G says, speaking of Independence Day, I was thinking about the dog while riding through the bus on the Battery Tunnel the other day. I was like, that must be the door Will Smith's kid hid behind. Lance from the Outcast Creative loves Independence Day. Good. Yeah, I know. I love it too. I'm glad you like it also. And unpopular opinion, Independence Day Resurgence was okay, even if cheaply done. I never saw the sequel. I know when I went to
it was okay.
Right? Yeah. Oh, I just heard it was so bad, but really it isn't.
It was never going to live up to the original, and so it was already going to be biased in their minds. But it was okay. It wasn't phenomenal. It wasn't terrible. It was okay. I've never watched it more than once. I watched it the one time, but it wasn't like I want those 2 hours back.
Oh, so it wasn't that bad. Okay.
No.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. So, yeah. Well, thanks for that review. I'd always heard nothing but terrible things. So I got 2 okay. It's okay. So it's not the worst.
Always gotta
Revelation.
see for yourself, because I've been told bad things about things sometimes, and I go, I'm gonna watch it anyway, and go, you know what? This wasn't as bad as people kept telling me it was.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I guess some people do sensationalize it, how bad it is. Sorry, folks, my MacBook Air keyboard has been acting out a little recently. It seems like it's going okay. You just barely misspelled Windows. I don't think anybody was worried about that. And I saw Independence Day at an amazing cinema. You always go to the best, prettiest cinemas. The drive-in at Midland, yep. And I actually like the Gunstar movie than I like any of the fighter ships from Star Wars, the Gunstar fighters. And well, but that's also the inspiration for it. So that movie wouldn't exist without Star Wars, but it was bringing to life some of the things that didn't get created in Star Wars that they wanted to see. So definitely made with love for Star Wars, definitely.
True. Plus, the Star Wars ships couldn't do that Death Blossom thing, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Well, that's exactly what I mean. That's something that they might have wanted to do on Star Wars, or there might have been a thing like that. The Last Starfighter, just so much fun.
Yeah.
And some people
for
might
being a movie
say,
made a little cheaper, the effects still hold up today, in my opinion. They're not bad. They're not bad.
"Oh, well, they look like a video game to me," but it's a fun video game.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole different world. And Bruce says, "I'll let others watch Independence Day Part 2. My mental movie in my head has Simple Jack in all the speaking parts, and that's how I imagine that movie goes." Simple Jack? Are you talking about what movie is that?
Yeah, from Tropic Thunder.
Tropic
Yeah.
Thunder, yeah.
You
funny.
make me happy.
My God.
Simple
UK
Jack.
Danger Man is here. Hello. Hi, Jill. Hope you're well. I am. I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty good. The only problem is I do have to leave soon because, life, real life, 3D life and stuff. Bruce Lombardo of Dick's Division, however, has decided to support the channel today. Thank you so much, Bruce. Right now, The Stuff, 1985. It's free on YouTube. With
I remember that
ads.
one.
So
Like
let's see.
like a blob kind of movie, sort of.
Oh, is that
I
what the
remember.
stuff is?
It kind of,
Is
yeah.
it-
The stuff kind of gets all over. Yeah, it grows. If I remember correctly, it's been a long time.
Oh, the stuff. Okay.
I think it's something that at first was food. People were eating it. Maybe
I'll check.
can't
I'll,
remember. Yeah.
I'll check it out in just a minute. But first, I got to play a video. We've got to do this.
Reverse polarity should seal the incision.
Don't need a bloomin' cuckoo clock.
And of course, that last clip, that is the ensign flying out of the Dyson Sphere in the classic Star Trek The Next Generation episode, Relics.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
And
I
I
love
think-
that one.
I love it too, and I think nobody should ever forget that ensign. I forgot her name. I gotta go find out her name. But she's awesome. I will try and come on next week. Oh, you want to come on the show next week on Friday? If you really want to come on, do you want to pick a movie for us? You come on the show, you can pick a movie.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool.
The stuff is an ice cream or yogurt. Stuff and people eat, and it devours them
Yeah, there you go.
inside out. Oh my God. So it's probably the most delicious ice cream you've ever had in your entire life because it wants you to eat it, so it's going to be yummy. And then it's all over. Wow.
Yeah.
You have to eat a certain amount of it before it starts to destroy you, or just one spoonful is
I'm not sure. I can't remember, but that's got to be a not the most pleasant way to go.
No. Oh, it sounds so scary. Well, that's good. It's free too. It's free on YouTube. So
Nice.
You need something goofy to watch today. There you go. Shrubby 1989. Dang, just woke up. Shall I crash this party? Oh, Chubby, hello. Yeah, you totally could. It's great to see you. The Last Starfighter reminds me of Star Wars. It gives me Star Wars vibes, and that's not an accident, Daniel. Totally on purpose.
Cool.
So it's okay if you have to go. Take care of the kiddos. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I gotta take care of my family. The older son has a fun school party to go to tonight, so I gotta go get him and bring him home so he can enjoy that. But thanks for explaining the stuff. It's funny.
Yes.
But this is classic comics. Classic comics. You're here just when I'm about to quit. Glad to see you here at the end of the show. The Relic episode, isn't that the one where they get stuck inside the ship trap that drains they get stuck inside the Dyson sphere, and it's supposed to be this massive thing where people actually lived inside of it. But also Scotty's there.
Yeah.
From Star Trek, the original series.
Dyson Sphere is and I like it. One of the things, not the least of that, Scotty's in there, man. He steals the entire episode, but
as he should.
The fact that they talk about a Dyson, which is the most amazing thing. I mean, you have a star and you build a framework and the orbit of the Goldilocks zone so that you harness the entire star's output. It's amazing. I mean, it's a massive feat, but that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a real theory. It's been imagined as something that's very fantastic, but really cool to look into. And well,
yes, no bloody
classic
A,
comics.
B, C, or D. I love it. It's the best line in the whole show. Oh, that and
No bloody A, B, C, or D.
Yes.
Oh, you got to have that trill on the or. The R?
Or D. Yeah. That's the best. That and Data's homage to it's green. It is green. Fantastic.
That's to kill the pain.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
That's green.
It is green.
And he does it so well. He delivers the line so well.
It's perfect. Yeah, agreed. No, that episode is top notch. Next Generation.
Yep.
Beautiful.
That's
Sure do love that movie. Was this a Last Starfighter? No, I missed my own Last Starfighter episode because my internet just went out and I was just clicking buttons. I was still able to click on the slides. So I did the slides and I did the videos while people were talking. So I'm probably just interrupting people at random events while they're talking about the movie and they're just like, not even finishing their thought. And I play a random clip and they just had to roll with it.
Well, you made the best of you made the best of a bad situation. So
I did, and I had Theta Zord there and Scotty R37 to pick up the slack, and they sure pulled it out. And, oh, he actually says it's a great movie, but I don't know. Killer ice cream. Okay. I guess I could trust you.
it's free, it can't hurt.
Right.
He loses
it's free.
time.
I'm not gonna lose. Yeah, I'm not gonna lose anything. So, but I think that's all. If I get into another topic, it'll be too late. So I gotta get going. I gotta get ready and stuff. So
good.
thank you, Wes Cagle. Yeah, it was good. It was fantastic. Absolutely stellar, wonderful stream. And I want to thank everybody who was here on the panel in order of appearance. My very first guest today was Max Redstone, and it was great to talk with him for a while, and he stayed for a long while. He even showed us his artwork. So thank you to Max. And then also thank you to Jedi Master 2022. I look forward to talking to him about Lost in Space on Mondays. I already have the notes for a lot of this stuff, but so that means I can do even more research to see if there's anything I missed. So that's going to be really great. Let's see what else. Let's see who else was here. We also had today. That's when Scotty R37 showed up, which was wonderful fun until he decided to take the fun away. And then Matt G also showed up here. Matt G, thank you to Matt G. Wonderful to see you. And and is that when Wes Cagle showed up? No. Wait, who was that? Who was Joe Pesci? That's weird. No, you showed up later.
Yeah,
Tiger Stripes.
Just before Scotty took a powder, I showed up.
Yeah, Tiger Stripes was here for a little bit. Thank you, Tiger Stripes. I'm sorry you're not having a good day, and I wish I could have been the one to make it better, but I think I just made it worse. So sorry.
Well, sometimes when I've had that before. You're having a bad day. You're off. You're not. It's better to just excuse yourself and say, you know what? I'll come back when I'm in a better mood.
That makes sense. And of course, Wes Cagle, thank you for helping me close out the show.
Absolutely.
And also thanks to everyone in the chat. I want to check something real quick in terms of the chat. There's like a list somewhere. I want to see if it works. So this document's supposed to tell me everyone who was here, so I don't even have to go through the chat. Let's see if it got everybody. So the Jill Notes bot says that these people were here. Let's see if everyone is here. But you know what? I don't know when it actually starts. Snorta Poop is Cuber. Yeah, it's his birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely check out. I'm glad I checked that because Deej Odyssey is going to have a live stream later. It's going to be a birthday party. Check that out. If you don't want to be at Deej's birthday party with Snortopoopas Q-Bird, you have other choices. There's, of course, Doomcock. He's going to have his Friday Night Frolics, which will also be an amazing, awesome, super duper party. And just lots of other wonderful people stream on Friday too. So, Trev Retro, in just under 40 minutes, so 35 minutes from now, Trev Retro should be going live. That's probably actually why Scotty left. He may show up there. He may not. I got a cough again. But that's one reason to check into Trev Retro. Hey, if you guys do go to Trev Retro's channel, say Jill Raid in the chat so people know where you came from. And let's see if the stream's up. I'll put it in the chat. I like Trev Retro. I don't know if everybody does, but I think he's cool. And there you go. Tangents incoming. Boo Bar Friday. If I could make it, I would, but it's when I'm doing all my family stuff.
Yeah.
So here's Trev Retro's Boo Bar Friday. It's a great name. Great name for a podcast. And there it is. Herc 130 is here, representing Schrodinger and his cat. You have a cat in a box? I'm going to call PETA. So thank you so much, Herc130. Thank you, Classic Comics. Thanks to Sentai, Ranger Donnie, Lance from the Outcast Creative. If you want to be here on Friday, next Friday, or a different Friday, you can pick any Friday you want. I would love to have you on as a guest to just pick whatever movie you want to talk about, and we'll talk about it.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Bruce Lombardo, thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Bruce, for being here. And Shrubby, Ruby 1989. Very, very great to see you. Also, let's see who else was here. No, I don't like the yeah. There's Wes Cagle, of course. I didn't play all the Wharf clips for you. Let's fix that because we got more Wharf clips than we were supposed to play. And you know what? I need to collect them all in one spot so I can just play them one after the other without having to look for them everywhere because they're all separated.
You got to have a heading and you know, categorize
a whole category just for Wharf. Yes. I'll just play one. I'll just play one more for the sake of time. I know where this one is.
Prune juice.
Warrior's drink.
Warrior's drink. Well, it is pretty Klingon-y tasting for prune juice, I'll tell you that.
Did I play a video for Bruce? Did I forget? I don't remember.
I'm not sure.
I think I played a video.
I can't remember.
Well, I played all those. I played all those. Last Starfighter.
Yeah, Starfighter. I thought
that was for Dead Man.
poop.
Yeah, that was for Dead Man. Yeah. So let's do this one. It's under here.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Another great movie.
Thank you so much to Bruce Lombardo for the super chat, to the Dead Man for the super sticker, and also thank you so much to Casey. Casey of Creepy Creations. Check out his channel. He's amazing. He's great. And thank you to him for the super chat and for joining the channel membership. And thank you to Daniel. Daniel was here, Canadian Spider-Man. We also had just so many wonderful people today.
Yeah.
We had Jill Powers, the River Daughter. Great. It's a great time when I can say hi to another Jill. That's
There
part.
you
Nim 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 nim. Greek letters Larson. Some people say Dionysius Larson.
Yes.
Having fun with those translators on the internet, because it doesn't really come out as a real word.
No.
Are you invading Canada? I think it's kind of funny. I'm amused by the joke. I know it turns into politics, but it makes me happy. And who else was here? Of course, Snortapoop is Q-Bird, Deej Odyssey. Check out the party later for that. And I think I probably missed a few people. Franco Walker, I can't miss him. Franco Walker, thank you so much. You're incredible. Great moderator. My only managing moderator on the channel. And I think that'll do it. Brogu and Padawannabe. And Gorilla was here too. He wanted the fireworks to go off. Wanted the fireworks to go off at his workplace so he didn't have to go back.
Well, all you got to do is be a careless smoker if you're working at a fireworks factory. Yeah, that'll end the day quick.
Oh my goodness. Well, I hope everybody has a wonderful Friday. I'll see you guys next time. I've got Twilight Zone going on. Is there anything you want to promote or talk about, Westgate?
No, not really. Not really. I usually just tell everybody, you know, all the people, and there's nobody here but me and you now, all the people that are here on the panel, you know, give them support. Because usually some of them have
Who
channels,
was on
and
the panel?
We've done that,
Yeah.
yes. We have plenty of them. Yep. Plenty of people to support here.
For sure. And I've got Twilight Zone on Tuesdays, and next Friday, I don't know what I'm doing yet. I'll figure it out. Until then, and for Casey, not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after, we'll have a membership stream. So look forward to that one. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Learn all that is learnable.
And the ways our differences combine to create meaning and beauty.
It has always been easier to destroy than to create.
May we together become greater than the sum of both of us.
Well, now you have something new to think about. Carry on.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
Fine, I'll kill you later.
Don't be mean. We don't have to be mean. Because, remember, no matter where you go, there you go.